Yo, what is up, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP in the building. Hope everyone is enjoying a fantastic Friday evening. I know I'm enjoying myself. Long day, playing basketball, taking care of myself, just making sure I'm doing whatever I can. Oh man, I'm gonna talk about the Kansas City Chiefs um game in just a second. But before I get into that, I got my good guest. He's always a good man on the panel on Brandon's podcast. Also, go check out his content. My boy, Broad Sports. How you
What's
doing,
going
man?
on?
Going on, man.
I'm doing pretty well.
Appreciate you for having on, man. Let's actually get into it. Let's talk about Colorado. Of course, the big narrative last week, and of course, we got another person on the guest, Harrison. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about you, PSP?
Good, man. Let's talk about Colorado. The narrative of college football last week, 45-42 against 17th ranked TCU, Shedeur Sanders. Man, that was a hell of a game. Over 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, 11 receptions, 119 yards, 1 interception. Dylan Edwards, 5 receptions, a buck 35, and 3 TDs. So, Broad, I'm going to let you go first. What were your thoughts about the game? And do you think Colorado, they're the beginning of college football, can you see them becoming hopefully or potentially a college football dynasty?
Okay, so I'll start with the game. I had a feeling that Colorado was gonna come hot out the gates because a lot of people, including myself, were gonna underestimate them just a little bit. There were some major holes that I did see, like especially their run defense. TCU's running back, or just running back tandem in general, ran all over that defense. So that is a huge concern for Deion Sanders. But I mean, Shedeur, he played great, school record 510 passing yards in his debut for the Buffaloes, but I'm not bought into this team just yet. Yes, everyone, like, it's like how on ESPN people were saying, are the Lions legitimate Super Bowl contenders after beating the Kansas City Chiefs? And everyone's like, all right, chill out, bro. Because when you look at Colorado's schedule, are they going to beat Utah? Are they going to beat USC? Are they going to beat Oregon? Not likely. Now, the next 2 weeks should be no problem for them. Hosting Nebraska tomorrow, even though I could see Nebraska being very cheeky and giving them a scare. Colorado State shouldn't be an issue, but then you have 2 weeks of what will determine what this Colorado team is built to do at Oregon and then coming home to host USC. USC, I think they can keep that game close, but Eugene,
On the road.
yes, on the road at Outson Stadium in Eugene, Oregon, a team who likes to run the ball, will punch their teeth in.
All right. First, before I let Harrison give his take, my boy Leaf in the building. How you doing, Leaf?
I'm solid, man. Just relocated, man. I got an Ethernet cord now. No more this damn wireless BS, bro. So I am solid.
All right, that's
Definitely,
what's up,
definitely,
man.
definitely solid. But okay, glad to come in. I actually caught a little bit of college football for the first time in a minute. The just real quick, the FSU went over LSU. Um,
Yeah.
that
That
was a
was an
pretty
ass whooping.
that
That was
yeah
one
yeah
ass whooping.
that was yeah that
Let's
was
be honest. Hold on, let's be honest for a second. The first half was pretty close, and then
That
Florida
second half though, but that was an ass whooping in
yeah,
the
the
second
second
half,
half it
bro.
got out of line. The second half it got out of line. I really wasn't expecting FSU to basically go in and debo somebody in that conference like that. But looking at everybody that FSU had, and I talked to a lot of Florida people, they said this is probably the year for them to really do something now because everybody after this year is leaving. Most of their team after this year is leaving. So
Yeah.
this is probably gonna be the year for them to do something. But the ACC, as far as football programs, man, they making a name for themselves, because now the talent is being spread out.
Oh, don't worry, Leaf.
Um,
We're gonna talk about ACC in just a second. Or we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about
oh,
something later. But Harrison, I got it. Hold on, Leaf. I gotta give Harrison's take about Colorado. What are your thoughts, Harrison?
Um, I think When I saw the news when Deion Sanders went to Colorado, I mean he did the same thing with Jackson State. Is that right? Jackson State.
Yeah, Jackson State.
I mean,
Yep.
people were saying they're going to be below 500. People are going to say above 500. I mean,
I said 5-7,
you said 5-7.
which I think is fair.
I mean, like what you said, PSP, about are they going to be? Oh wait, what Broad said is, are they a dynasty?
No, I was
Not
the one
right
who
now.
asked, could they be a
Oh,
dynasty?
what you could be a
you
dynasty?
see
Yeah.
the-
I mean, they are going back. They're coming back home to the Big 12, and it is
12.
going to be a weaker Big 12 with Texas and Oklahoma leaving. But dynasty, especially with the strength of the Big 10 and the SEC, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either, but I mean, congrats for Dion. I mean, first win since since the 2000s, I believe. But either way, I don't call them a dynasty yet, but there's a lot more coming for the future for the Colorado Buffaloes.
All right, Leaf, what you got to say regarding Colorado and Prime, man?
Wow. I think big win, obviously, first and foremost. I think that he's definitely on the up and up. He's proven that he could coach at this elite NCAA level, in the D1 level. Obviously Colorado hasn't really done anything since the 90s. Just some Colorado history. I know I'm a little bit more up on a college football history than college football now, but
Yeah,
if I had to,
they made the conference championship in 2016, got smoked by Washington. But what was it like? The last Big 12 one was like 05 or something like that.
Yeah, in the
yeah, and I think
mid-2000s.
they last national championship was probably 90 or 91. For one
Yeah, I
of
think
those.
it was 90 or 91.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit more familiar with that because my parents used to work for the Heisman Committee. So
Oh, that's
um
dope.
yeah,
Nice.
they used to work for the Heisman Committee. That's how they met before like a couple of years before I was born. But if I had to say Colorado, yeah, I think Prime, yeah, he on the up and up, man. It's only one way to go but up, man. I mean, Colorado never really had anything before that in years, obviously. So if I had to say, keep it short, he's definitely on the up and up, man. Big win for Prime, man. I'm rooting for him.
I love this. I did not think that Prime had any chance to win this game. I knew it was going to be competitive because of Prime and his leadership and his personality and the talent that they have. But to go to a team in TCU, even though they're 17th ranked, but last year we did see them in the national championship game, although they got obliterated by Georgia. For them to do what they did, that says something. Now, Dynasty, I don't see that maybe until 5-7 years. They're going to be, once they get transfer portals, big time recruits, stuff like that, they're going to probably be the face of the Big 12 in a couple of years. Could they win a national championship? I say 50-50. They got 50%. They got to invest in the defense. They got to invest in that O-line. Sports Talk, Broad and we talked about it right after the show. They got to improve their running. I mean, 34 carries for like 55, 56 yards. That's like an average of 1.6 yards per carry. And Sports Talk brought up a great point. When it comes to situational football, outside of Shedeur Sanders and the squad, you got to be able to run the football. So
And
they got to be
improved their defense as well. They gave up 262 yards on the ground.
Right. But I think this was the best narrative of sports last week because I heard so much criticism and shit about Prime leaving Jackson State, leaving Mississippi for taking a better opportunity for Colorado, even though Colorado last year, they were horrendous last season. And he took a lot of flack. And and I'm happy that he won. I'm happy he's getting the team to believe. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I'm going to say this. I feel like it's more shocking to me. Prime got so much criticism for leaving Jackson State in Mississippi, given the fact that he donated half of his salary to the program. And he did so much for Mississippi because Mississippi at that time was dealing with the water situation, right?
Yeah.
He did a lot for that program in the university. But an individual in Brett Favre, who is a native of Mississippi with the welfare situation, I heard more criticism of Prime leaving Jackson State than the Brett Favre thing. Broad, Leaf, Harrison, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I mean, it was just crazy to me with how the media and how the way they were talking about it. So, what do you have to say about that, Broad? I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I didn't like about Jackson State, which obviously, yeah, he did very well in Jackson State, brought them to multiple Celebration Bowls. Granted, they lost to South Carolina State last year in a crazy overtime play, but
And the year before that,
yeah, and the year before that too. What was it? NC Central or Alcorn State? One of those two.
I think it was Alcorn State. I'll probably look
I
it
think
up.
that was Alcorn State.
But I mean, the one thing I didn't like is that everyone was praising him, doing so much for the HBCU community or communities, period, across the nation. And then as soon as he leaves for a better opportunity, which you should be happy for him because he got a better opportunity, they immediately turned on him.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of issues going on with HBCU football programs because I watch a lot of HBCU football. I enjoy HBCU football, but I mean, there's still a lot of internal problems with a lot of these universities. I mean, a common one that we can talk about is the Ed Reed Bethune-Cookman situation. Him going live ranting how the last coaches that left didn't even clean out his office, so he spent his extra time cleaning up the entire, basically his office, the locker room. He had to get new equipment before he ultimately resigned like a month later. You had the issue with Florida A&M bringing a rapper into their locker room, putting on all the FAMU stuff, which their head coach is not a fan of that. So he suspended a lot of his players in football activity. There's just a lot of issues that need to be resolved.
Leaf, how do you feel? Man?
Everything that Bro said was on the money, but with the HBCUs, it seems like everybody I talked to that went to HBCUs, bro, like with the way that they speak on the alumni, it seems like a lot of them is just coming in to get a bag and then part ways. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a lot of undercover stuff going on. Hopefully it won't get back to like the 2000s where almost everybody was getting sanctioned for something, bro. I know y'all remember that era, bro. Like it was just team after team, program after program, just getting sanctioned for stuff, man. Hopefully nothing doesn't come out later on, and that's all I can really say about that, man. I mean, hopefully does nothing come out for the HBCUs because they have so much prestige in terms of just school. When you think of like one of the most historic HBCUs is Grambling. When Coach Robinson, when he ran that, man, he ran that tight ship over there. So, and a lot of players back then went to the NFL back in the 60s and 70s during that time. So, hopefully, nothing comes out later on saying, yeah, we got to sanction, NCAA got to sanction, and this, that, and the third, because the NCAA ain't nothing but a bunch of gangsters,
Harrison.
Yeah, I mean that's I agree with both of you guys. I just think that's that's pretty much it. What you two said just came out of your mouth, and I totally agree.
Yeah, but I think Prime. I just think Prime, and to label him a sellout. No one is knocking him for taking a better opportunity. I feel like in life, when we're given a better job opportunity, whether better pay, benefits, stuff like that, we should feel like we should make the right decision for ourselves in terms of the job and what the job offers. I just felt like it was just crazy to me how they were talking about Prime, and then with Brett Favre, with the welfare situation, that still stings with me because, again, he's a native of Mississippi. He stole, there's text to confirm he knew where that money was supposed to go to. And you're talking about Mississippi, the poorest state in this country, the United States of America. Their text to confirm he knew where that money was supposed to go to. He texted Nancy New, who pled guilty for her role with the welfare situation. If you were to pay me, is there any way that the media can find out where it came from and how much? And Brett Favre has made over $100 million plus in his NFL career. He could have just give the money, or if he wanted to make some more money, there were speeches in which he did not give, but he was still given the money. So I mean, with Prime Prime had to do what he had to do. I think Prime gave HBCU notoriety, exposure, and I agree with everything all of y'all said. I just hated it, but Colorado, it's going to be interesting to see the USC game. I think the USC game is going to be a lot closer. I think it's going to be a high 40, low 50 game, whether USC or Colorado wins it. But Colorado at Eugene, that is going to be a problem for Colorado. Unless they can run the ball and unless their defense can step up, I'm sorry. It's going to be hard to see Colorado. But if Prime's going to motivate them and if Prime's going to give the best out of those players, anything's possible. I don't see it winning, but anything is possible. But speaking of the ACC and Leaf stay here, I'm going to let Harrison go off the floor. Monday night, we saw an absolute beatdown. 28-7.
Yes, Duke, it was 28-7. Mr.
Over
PSP.
Clemson, the number 9 team in the nation.
Wait. Who beat Clemson? Wait, I missed that. Who beat Clemson?
Duke.
Oh, right.
They beat them down and it wasn't even close. Clemson had chances to put points on the board, missed field goal, a fumble in the red zone. They even gave up a 43-yard touchdown to the quarterback from Duke. I can't even remember his name.
Riley Leonard.
You know what? I'm glad we on this subject, man, because you laughing at this, but like, can I ask this? I gotta ask this question. Have Duke and North Carolina figured out how to build football programs?
That is a good question. That I don't know. Well, I'm going to say this right now.
It's gotten better under the Mac Brown era, but they still have ways to.
Yeah, a couple years ago they have been struggling recently, but now they have been improved. Is with Sam Howell. By the way, Sam Howell,
now Drake May.
And now Drake May, and Sam Howell my middle brother played against Sam Howell in high school, so I'm rooting for the guy with the Washington Commanders. PSP. I'm sorry about this, man, but
no,
I want to talk.
Commanders winning, but go ahead, Harrison. I'm gonna give you the floor. Go ahead,
dude. Riley fucking Leonard. We haven't beat a top 10 college football team since 1989. That's what was like my dad. A senior year of college. Just Riley Leonard, Jordan Water, the running back.
You said 89?
Since 1989. I was not even born.
I was 1, bro.
It was crazy. We haven't been ranked since Daniel Jones era, since the Jamison Crowder era, which he's now with PSP's team. It's just absolutely insane. The defense, I was really nervous about the defense because the running game the defense was like, How did we did that? And Riley Leonard, and he played like Daniel Jones back in Duke. And yes, we already know Daniel Jones is playing like a mediocre quarterback, but Riley Leonard, if he plays like Daniel Jones, like better, I think he might be a late or beginning second round pick in the draft. Not like this year, but probably next year, because I think next year is going to be Riley Leonard's time to shine, whatever organization he's going to be.
The reason why I asked the question specifically about Duke and North Carolina, because I keep seeing a kid from North Carolina at quarterback. I don't know his name.
Drake May. He's really good. He's not Caleb Williams good. He's not Caleb Williams Leaf, but I mean, and this is where I disagree with Sports Talk, but Drake May, if you actually watch him, I know Broad may have Michael Penix Jr. or Quinn Ewers at this point better than Drake May. I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't know about Ewers, but Penix, yes.
Okay, all right. So
but Drake May's really good. Drake May's really good.
Is he NFL bound? He's
6'4". He's 6'4".
I think
number 2 quarterback off the board.
I think, in my opinion, he should stay for another year. That's what Daniel Jones did.
I might have to start watching some college football this year.
And I think Coach Mike Elko. He used to be a defensive coordinator from Texas A&M, if I'm not wrong, PSP. Coach Mike Elko has been turning this organization around, because we're not going to be a basketball school. We're gonna be a football school this year, which this is honestly unbelievable. I got no words to say.
So would you would you say y'all basketball days are like are taking the back seat for now, and the football day and the football program is more over than the basketball? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't get me no. I'm talking about in terms of going forward, because there's no Coach K anymore, obviously. So the thing is, when I look
Lee,
at the
can I
eight,
say
when I
something
look,
about that? Can I say something
what's
about
up?
that?
Go ahead.
I think Coach Shire, John Shire, he used to be the assistant coach for Duke with underneath Coach K. He's been doing that for the past 4 to 5 years now, or I might be wrong. I think Coach Shire went undefeated at home in his very first season. Underneath underneath Coach K. He did an amazing job recruiting these awesome players with Derek Lively, Kyle Filipowski, Tyrese Proctor, Jeremy Roach. He's now coming back this year. Honestly, I think, and also Jared motherfucking McCain. He's gonna be a solid player, and I just can't wait for college basketball. You know, me and Broad got some beef up and down, dude. I know, I love you, bro, but at the same time, I'm just so happy for Riley Leonard. I think he's going to be a stud. I think he's going to be a good quarterback next year. I hope he does not go to Jeff. I hope he stays next year. Coach Mike Elko is turning this shit around for college football. And also, I don't know if you guys saw on Pro Football's Focus video about you forgot to turn in something, and guess what?
Homework.
Some.
I saw the video, him begging his professor to give him some extra time for his homework.
Which then his professor responded
Give us some extra time for some homework.
What Rob? What'd you say?
I guess one of the offensive linemen is in his class, and the professor commented and said, "Well, he was able to do it on time, so no."
Well, all I'm gonna say is I'm glad we ranked. We haven't been ranked since the Daniel Jones era. Since the Daniel Jones era.
2018.
All right.
Yes,
that was that
2018.
Yeah, because I do. All right, yeah, I did have Daniel Jones. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, with the good comes with the bad with college football, unfortunately, with Clemson. And I was watching First Take with Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, and Paul Feinbaum. And he talked about how Dabo Swinney refuses to get dudes in the transfer portal, how with the NIL deals and stuff like that.
He refuses to recruit offensive linemen.
As well. So, Broad, should Dabo Swinney get ahead with the times?
I think so. I really do. But before I say anything about that, I just want to talk about Duke. Even though I didn't go, my brother went to this high school. My whole family did. Shout out to St. Joe's Prep alum and PCL cat Samir Hagans, and also shout out my guy Jake Hortingbrook for the big win over Clemson. But yeah, no, he should, because even when you look at a guy like Saban, yes, he doesn't really target the transfer portal as much, but he still has brought in some key pieces like Eli Ricks from LSU, who now is a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. He needs to get with the times if he's going to want to compete, especially with all these reports that Clemson might leave the ACC for possibly the SEC or the Big Ten. They need to get with the times, because there's not a chance in hell they're going to be able to compete. I mean, their window, the window was open, but now it is just slowly closing and closing and closing. While Florida State, they are coming for their ACC crown. They want it back. They haven't had it in 8 years, and they think the time is now.
And let's not forget, FSU, don't they have to go to Death Valley to face Clemson?
In 2 weeks' time, yeah.
So Clemson better get ready.
Yeah, and Clemson also has to play North Carolina as well.
Hmm.
And another team that we can't forget about, Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. And also another team we forgot to mention, Broad, and I'm surprised you didn't mention it.
But the one thing that is, this is what sometimes I hate about some schedules, like Alabama's, for example. Their 4 biggest games, I'll use out for Clemson, all 3 of their biggest games left, Florida State, North Carolina, and Notre Dame are at home. Just like Bama's 4 biggest games of the year, Ole Miss, LSU, Texas, and who else am I forgetting? Hold on, let me pull up Alabama's schedule. Regardless, their 4 biggest games of the year are all at home.
So that's gonna be. That's
So wait, what team we talking about now? I just messed up.
I was just using Alabama, like how I don't. Sometimes their schedules.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Alabama in just a second. But
So wait,
Leaf,
who we on now?
Leaf, we still talking about Clemson.
That's what I was.
Clemson, okay.
Yeah, Leaf, we still talking about Clemson. Dabo Sweeney has made it has refused to get dudes from the transfer portal, NIL deals. I think Dabo Sweeney has proven he's not ahead with the times, and unfortunately, the days of the coaches, those days are over. The college football players with the NIL deals and everything that is transpiring in the college football, yeah, of course, the money. If Dabo, if you want to get back to where you were, to the resemblance days of winning national championships and competing, you're going to have to get ahead with the times, and you're going to have to pay some of these college athletes money. So Leaf,
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. Well, you were segueing to me, but I think with the influx of basically the payments of getting these college players, and now everything is kind of being spread out. It started with all the teams in the West, and with California, the state of California issuing it, and obviously it's gonna do us a great favor. And to everybody, to all college football fans that or college fans, I'm happy to report by this time next year we will have an NCAA. EA will be producing an NCAA football game for the first time.
yes,
For the first time in almost 10 years. And that alone is going to get me on Madden, because Madden has pissed me off in the past 5 years. I'm just giving it a stretch, maybe more years than that. So for all you college football fans that like the mascot games and the Heisman Showcase and all of those things, man, in the last
Road to
one,
Glory.
get ready. Yeah, the Road to Glory, all of that, the online franchises, your draft classes being put into Madden. Guess what? All of that is coming back. As far as I know, all of that coming back is this time next year. So next July, if you're getting ready for college football, you like college football video games, it is coming back. But definitely this is the era of the coaches is starting to become a thing of the past. I think you're gonna have to put a lot of bread into these players, man. I mean, a lot of bread to these scouted players and coming to these colleges, and I think for the foregone future, it's gonna last a while. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. Um, it may be to like the historians of the game or whatever, but we got to see, man. But as of right now, it's all about who got the biggest checkbook, man. So that's what it is.
All right, Harrison. Any last words about Clemson and Duke and what Dabo Sweeney needs to do before we hop on to Texas versus Alabama?
I got no questions. All I'm saying, I'm glad that Duke's ranked. And also, as a Duke football fan, I thought we were about to lose. I'll say, if we lose 10 points or less, that counts as a W in my books. But a win, it's even lovely. It's even lovely.
I don't think I ever heard no shit like that. He said if we lose 10 points or less, that counts as a W in my book.
Like covering the spread, he means.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Got you. Because
He could have phrased it a little bit better, but that's what he meant, like covering the spread.
It was like 13 points. It was like 13 points, right? I think it was 13
I think it was
points.
like 20.
I don't think I ever met a Duke football college fan before, bro.
Mhm.
Well, I knew a couple, but that's only because a kid that I played football with growing up, he actually went on to play football at Washington St. Louis, which is D3. His older brother was actually a backup quarterback for Duke when they went to the ACC championship game and got smoked by Florida State.
Oh, wow.
I remember that.
Wow.
All right, folks. Let's talk about the big game of the week, 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. Texas versus Alabama. Rod, you're going to have to tell me, where is Texas ranked? Where is Alabama ranked? Texas, I don't know exactly where Texas is ranked. Let me check. I'm sorry, my fault. Folks, Sorry, a little too tipsy from a little too much Di Serrano.
Texas is number 11.
11th.
Alabama is number 3.
3. Now, folks, remember the last time these two teams faced each other was last year. Quinn Ewers unfortunately got hurt in the game. Alabama was able to win that game barely. And I thought about it long and hard about this game. Texas could actually pull it off. And the more I look at last year's game, Broad, it reminded me of Colt McCoy in the national championship game against Alabama.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not
You gotta
saying that
speak more- you gotta
Texas would
speak
have
more on
won.
that, man.
I'm not saying that Texas would have won that game,
It would have been a lot
But-
closer.
but it would have been a lot closer. Quinn
You got to
Ewers,
speak more on that because I do remember a little bit of Colt McCoy in Texas. He was
he was really good. He was really good in them
He
days in
was- he
Texas.
was-
Very
he
close
was-
game at Rose Bowl when Colt McCoy was in. Then he got injured, I think, in like early/halfway through the third quarter, and then Bama just pulled away.
Yeah. I mean, Bama was loaded at that time. Offensively, they had Greg McElroy, Julio Jones, Mark Ingram,
Yeah.
the Heisman Trophy winner. They had a freshman and Trent Richardson. And on defense, they had Marcel Darius.
Texas also
They
had a
also
stud,
had
stud offense too, especially with the quarterback receiver duo. Which
Yeah.
that you want to talk about an underrated receiver duo, and I don't like Texas. I don't. You want to talk about an underrated receiver duo of the 2000s? Colt McCoy and Jordan Shipley.
Yeah. And Texas was good though. Their toughest game other than that national championship was probably the Big 12 national championship, Big 12 championship game against Nebraska. Ndamukong Suh, man, he was like a monster in the game. But Broad, who do you have winning this game?
I don't like either team. I've never been a big fan of Bama. I respect Saban, but I also don't like Texas for personal reasons, which I will not explain. It pains me to make this. So I usually do it the opposite way. But who do I got winning the game? I got the
Longhorns.
Damn.
I got the Longhorns.
At Bama?
Yes, I do. Because, I mean, you talking about last year, Hudson Card almost upset the Tide when he played 2.5 quarters of the game against Alabama last year. Alabama had to walk off on Hudson Card with Bryce Young. And I do not trust Jalen Milroe. I think Xavier Worthy and Quinn Ewers are going to go crazy in this game. Give me the horns in the upset.
Wow. Oh, and before Harrison, I'll let you go on. Desto, my man, how you doing, bro?
What's up, fellas? PSP. I appreciate
That's all. It's been a minute, bro.
Salute, Leaf, man. Good to see from you. Shout out to you, Broad Boys. I'm Broad Sports and Harrison. Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, we're just talking about the Texas-Alabama game. Harrison, who do you have winning this game and why?
Honestly, who's favorite? Is it Bama?
Alabama by 7.
It'll be bad.
Alabama
They're
by
7-point
7.
favorites in this game.
Damn.
That's usually a given because when you usually look at the spread, I mean, they always fluctuate, but usually the home team opens up as usually like a 4 or 5 point favorite.
I think. Who are their quarterbacks again? I know. Was it
Quinn Ewers,
Williams?
it's Jalen Milroe.
Jalen?
Who
Okay.
Broad has no faith in.
No, and also, let's just address this real quick because people were talking about this against Middle Tennessee State. You're telling me that Jalen Milroe is going to be the next Jalen Hurts? Yeah, miss me with that, bro. Oh, he looked great against Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State. Yet let's not forget he looked average to below average against Texas A&M last year. So miss me with that.
All right.
But if he does something, would you be more than shocked?
I mean, I'd be like, oh, wow, he's improved. But I wouldn't be like, oh, my God. He's like the next coming of Jalen Hurts. No.
I'm sorry,
All right,
Harrison.
back what
go
I was
ahead.
saying. You know what? It's at home. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Saban. Give me. I think it's gonna be close in the first half. Like I'll say 30-27. I think a high scoring affair, and
Really?
then Bama is gonna push it up to 20 points in the second half. So I got Bama.
All right. Hold on. Dustin's having some technical difficulties. We'll see if we can try to get him back on the show. Leaf, who do you have winning this game, man?
Just off the strength of the two teams that's playing, bro, this is like the biggest racist awards ever, bro. I'll be personally honest, bro. I don't know. I know little to none about Alabama in terms of roster, and even less about Texas. But if I had to flip a coin, I'm gonna say this game ends up in a tie. I don't care.
No, there's no tie in college football.
No,
There's no
right.
tie
There
in
is no
college
tie in
football.
college football. Yeah, they got rid of it. Oh, damn. I'm bugged out. See how far I'm off?
Ain't
Oh,
there
man.
NFL, man.
Yeah, it's college
Listen.
football, not the Premier League, bro.
Yeah. I'm starting to be aware of that. My bad. Just because I strongly believe a win against Alabama is basically a win against racism, but then again, it's Texas. So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna give it to Texas, man. Just I'm gonna go out on a limb. I like an underdog story. Going into Alabama and winning at any point in the last 15 years has been damn near mission impossible. But I mean, it's been some
This is
teams
really
that done it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with
this is really tough.
I'm gonna go with Texas. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leaf.
No,
This is
no,
really
cool.
tough for me because it's really tough for me because again, Quinn Ewers, like I said, had it not been for that injury, I believe Texas would have won that game.
Yes.
I strongly felt he would have won that game. And I didn't really give Quinn Ewers a lot of faith. I wasn't really that high on him after Ohio State. But after watching him in that game against Alabama, I was like, whoa. Jalen Milroe, I do like him because I do think he's kind of slept on. He's kind of underrated. Do I see Jalen Hurts? No, I don't see that. But I do see someone who works hard, who has tremendous athletic ability, who I feel like can be solid, at best solid. Now, Alabama's defense, though,
it's a good thing
they haven't been this. They haven't been what they once were. So it's going to be tough. But I actually do think Bama will win this one. I'm going to go 30-27. 30-27. I do think it's going to be high scoring. Bama's defense is not what they're going to be or what they once were. But I do think Jalen Milroe, as long as he can take care of the football, play situational football, it depends on how much he has improved as a passer from the previous year to where he is now. If he played like that against Texas, just like he did against Middle Tennessee State or whatever they're called, Alabama has a great enough chance. And if he can take care of the football, and plus he does have legs. So I think for Texas, my other concern with Texas is their defense. So that's going to be the concern with that as well. But if Jalen Milroe can play smart, conventional football and use his legs and also just take care of the football, then I feel pretty comfortable with Alabama winning this one. So I'm going to go Alabama 30-27. I do think it's going to be high scoring, though. I think Quinn Ewers is going to probably throw for 330-something yards and 4 touchdowns if he can stay healthy. Because prior to that injury, he was on pace to do that.
Yeah.
He was on pace to do that. So let's talk about last night's game between the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. Detroit Lions won that game 21-20. I didn't really think it was all that impressive of a game against Detroit because not just Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Kansas City's defense actually looked solid without Kelce. I mean, the guy Bolston actually played very well. There were times they were getting after Jared Goff. They did get one fumble. Patrick Mahomes, my God, he looked pissed. particularly Kadarius Toney. I mean, I'm sorry, Broad. I don't want to bring him up because I know he used to play for your team. He
No, I
looked
don't
like the
care. He's not
second
Jalen Reagor.
coming of Nelson Aguilar.
No, Jalen Reagor, bro. Jalen Reagor had worse hands.
Yeah, Jalen Reagor. It was
Now, Aguilar had bad hands too. Do you remember the Sunday night football game against the Falcons in which he dropped a pass that could have went for the end zone, and the following week against the Lions?
But the difference is Aguilar had some promising seasons like 2020 with the Raiders and 2017 with the Eagles because
did that,
they realized that he's not a number 1 or number 2. He's a fucking slot receiver. But Jalen Reagor has been shit every single year in the NFL. That's why the Vikings just cut his ass. And now he's with the Patriots, and the Patriots probably cut his ass too.
You also forgot one thing. You drafted him over Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, well, we got Devontae Smith, so.
yeah,
AJ
it's just
Brown.
like
Then AJ
yeah,
Brown.
you're fine. Just like
So,
yeah, it's just
But
bro,
imagine
like,
if
yeah,
you
I'm
had
fine.
those three. Imagine if you had those three.
and we also drafted JJ Ortega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf. But again, we drafted Devontae Smith. If we didn't have Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, I'd still be sitting here like, bro, I'd be like, oh, funny joke, man. But now that we have those two, which is a top 3 wide receiver duo in the league, I don't give a shit anymore.
Well, I would just like to say that I had the Detroit Lions as the class of our division. Everybody knows that I'm a Packer fan. So nothing about last night other than the win actually really surprised me. Obviously, Travis Kelce didn't play, but this does ring kind of an alarm and sort of a question. Do they need? How important is Travis Kelce to what Patrick Mahomes is doing?
Oh, huge.
That's my question.
Hugely, because without Kelce, that means you're going to have to rely on other targets for the team. I mean, Sky Moore, I like Sky Moore in slant situations. There was one, but the other problem I had in that game was Andy Reid's play calling. Not just the 4th and 25, but the 3rd and 1. You go
Right.
for a reverse.
Mhm.
You had Isaiah Pacheco, who's running
Right.
solid in that game. Why not run the football? Why not move the chains? Why not do that? And also, Kadarius Toney, I mean, it got so bad for him. I heard he deleted his Twitter account.
He did.
Or
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he did. Yeah, he didn't want to deal with
Well,
social media.
I would also like to add, in the words of my man Big Ox Bob, Patrick Mahomes looked like total shit without Travis Kelce. I repeat, in the words of my man Big Ox Bob, Patrick Mahomes ain't shit without Travis Kelce.
I think what kept Mahomes in the game though was his running ability.
He also said without Travis Kelce, he's basically Tony Romo with more foot speed.
I wouldn't go that far.
I thought that was
Ox, but I
comical.
think he's exaggerating.
Yeah, I thought that was a little comical right there, man.
Yeah,
listen,
for sure.
Listen, Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, it's going to be some bounce back. I mean, obviously, man. Listen, this is a team that gave up Tyreek Hill and still won a championship, bro. Like, so, I mean,
right?
Listen, they're not going to take this loss laying down. However, this does say more about the Detroit Lions because I can't remember the last time the Detroit Lions entered in an opener on the road and beat any defending champions. I can't remember. If anybody want to bring that up, if anybody want to find that stat, can anybody remember the last time the Detroit Lions came into an opener on the road and beat a defending championship team?
No, I don't remember
recall
that. Here's an interesting stat since you brought that up. This is now the 2nd straight year that the defending Super Bowl champion, granted both teams were affected with injuries, this is the 2nd straight year that the defending Super Bowl champion lost at home in the opener.
And you know what's also interesting, Broad? Jared Goff is 2-0 against Mahomes.
Yeah.
Is that
I-
a wait,
yeah,
wait,
I
wait,
was-
wait a second.
People
Hold up.
forget that Monday night football game between the Chiefs and the Rams at
It's
Los
college
Angeles at
football,
the
dude.
Coliseum.
PSP.
AKA the highest scoring game in NFL history.
It was PSP. Are you stirring something up here?
No, I'm not. I'm not. And
Yeah, no,
people kept bringing that up.
That
And I
Monday
told,
Night Football was one of the best games I've ever seen in my life, bro.
That was a hell of a game. That was how could I ever forget
I
that game?
still remember that game, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
I would
basically,
say
it's not-
that game was almost as entertaining as the game where Josh Allen played the game of his life and left 13 seconds on the clock.
Bro, that game was fucking crazy too,
Yeah.
bro. I thought the Bills won that game. I ain't gonna lie. I was at work.
No. But here's the thing.
I mean,
like,
the Gabe
something-
Davis.
I talked to PSP about that game. And we had a conversation. I was like, yo, bro, I sat there and watched that game, and it was something about it because if I know the Buffalo Bills history, and I looked at it and I said, Josh Allen's playing his ass off, but
he was.
they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose this game.
He was.
They're
He
gonna
was.
lose this game. And it
They
was
had
somebody.
no excuse. The
was-
Bills defense had no excuse. They had the
Right.
number one defense in the
Listen,
NFL.
I grant you that, but here's the thing: if you're the coach and you know that, my thing is like, yo, the game plan going down the stretch of this game is simple. Yo, Patrick Mahomes, you hit the showers because you're not getting back on the field after this play is done. Defense,
Right.
y'all had the showers. Y'all played like shit. Y'all stink. I don't ever want to see y'all again. Josh Allen is throwing this ball, and there's gonna be no time left, bro, when this play is done. That's how you treat Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. That's how you treat them. You do not let them hit this field ever again. This game is over. Win or lose, Josh Allen, win or lose. This is what somebody was saying to me as the game was going on. I'm like, yo, bro, how can you even plan this? He's like, listen, it's this simple. We seen Bill Belichick do it to Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
When he tried it, he said, yo, listen, all I know is Peyton Manning cannot come back on this field. And this is Peyton Manning on the Colts. When they was facing them almost every year, and basically the number one seed in the AFC was basically up for grabs almost like maybe 3-4 times in like a good 5-year stretch or something like that. He said, and I quote, I'm not letting Peyton Manning back on this field with the ball. And that's how you kind of got to treat it, brother. The same thing and the same thing applies to Patrick Mahomes and the Tyreek Hill and the Travis Kelce team. And that team, you do not let them back on that field.
Agreed.
It's just that simple.
But another thing that we need to talk about that game, because there are so many things that
Jawan
unfortunately-
Taylor.
No, not that. There are
He was
several
terrible.
things that have gone forgotten in NFL history when you look back at some of the biggest plays. I mean, Muhsin Muhammad's 87-yard touchdown in the Super Bowl, the longest in Super Bowl history. You have Larry Fitz's amazing touchdown in Super Bowl 43. This performance, even though it was a losing effort, it should not be forgotten. The Gabe Davis master class.
Yeah,
He had over like 200 yards and like 3-4 TDs.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
That was
touchdowns,
insane, bro.
man.
All four of Josh Allen's passing touchdowns were to Gabe Davis.
And Diggs was silent.
Yeah.
Desto.
Well, I mean, Diggs is the number one, so
no,
Davis,
he was.
Davis had a lot of opportunity to eat, which is what the opportunity you're supposed to create those opportunities for your number two. But I feel it.
Desto, what did you thought about the game last night between the Lions and Chiefs?
Man, I thought Patrick Mahomes played great. It sucks that he had like 10 to 11 drops or something crazy like that. I thought the Lions. I do want to give a little credit to the Lions defense though. Jared Goff, like the dude just mentioned, he was just solid throughout the whole night, not doing nothing too crazy. But yeah, my biggest takeaway, I would say the Chiefs don't even have a number 2 receiver. Like last year, you can make an argument for them having Mecole Hardman and Juju Smith-Schuster. Those aren't like
They don't
true.
even have number one.
Yeah. But I was saying like
Dang,
I don't think
I don't even know if they have a number 4.
I don't think those guys are number 1 receivers, Hardman and Juju Smith-Schuster, but I feel like they were solid number 2s, and then you have Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end, but I don't think they have a number 2 level receiver. Like who are their best receiver?
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore.
Who?
They should have given more opportunities to Justin
Like-
Ross, though.
Like
They should have given more opportunities to Justin Ross. And Kadarius Toney, he had 1 catch for 1 yard in that game.
and he dropped like what 3?
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney is a gadget guy, like
Including the pick 6 that went
Yeah.
right through his hands.
and I can't remember the man's name, but he made a hell of a play on that pick 6. Like he kind of brought it in
Ryan
with one
Branch,
hand.
rookie from Alabama.
Yeah,
Yep.
nah, he made a hell of a play, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think-
was his welcome to the NFL moment.
yeah, for sure. And that's crazy getting your first pick off Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, I think the Travis Kelce was definitely missing. Chris Jones was definitely missing because Montgomery was just kind of running through them, specifically in that second half. He was just getting chunk yards, toting it, and he had the first down, I think, to end the game. And so definitely missing those 2. But yeah, the receiving core definitely stood out to me because that's very, very underwhelming. And a few of the plays, they missing Eric Bieniemy now. They still have Andy Reid, who's a hell of a play caller, Hall of Fame level coach. But missing Eric Bieniemy, I saw they ran some play. Was on 4th down, the 3rd down, something like that.
I love no. Say it again. What they missing? What they missing?
They missing that man. Hey, I give him his credit, man. But I mean,
no,
it's just
no. You mentioned the former offensive coordinator. Go ahead.
Yeah. Eric Bieniemy. I mean, I think it's just the first game of the season, and they did have a ton of drops, but Eric Bieniemy was in on a lot of their offensive schemes, a lot of their play calls, and he's not necessarily there. Well, he's not there, so
He's not there, and he's in Washington, and I think he'll do a solid job for Washington. But my takes in that game, the offense, man, Chiefs gonna have to get some receivers. I think the Chiefs defense did its part in order to keep the game going. Jahmyr Gibbs, though, he looked really good. I mean, he was running the ball effectively, powering the ball. Jawan Taylor, that lineman from the Chiefs, there were like so many false starts that should have been called on him.
That dude
But-
was fucking awful.
He was, and ironically, he gets called on the last drive. Kadarius Toney had a chance to make up for the previous 2 drops, and then Mahomes throws it in a pass. He dropped it. I thought the ball was a little behind him, but I still felt like Toney should have made the catch. And then the penalty, 4th and 25, in which Mahomes threw the ball to Sky Moore, and then he dropped it. So with Kansas City, should there be a thing to concern? Yeah, because without Kelce, how is Mahomes going to be able to overcome the wide receivers? So you're going to have to get some wide receivers. And I said it on my YouTube, they should have gotten the kid Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee because I'm not saying he's going to be Tyreek Hill, but you need a replacement. You need a deep threat for Mahomes with a guy of his arm. And not only that, though, with Pacheco, I thought he played very well. They should have handed him the ball a little bit more, especially on that 3rd and 1. Like, Andy, why are you calling for these gadget reverse plays? Just run the football straight. Have you done that? Maybe you would have moved the chains and maybe you would have had a better chance to win. And also, there were times on 3rd and 4th down, I thought he should have went for it. To me, Andy Reid looked a little too conservative, not going for it on 4th down, but yet, ironically, when it comes to the gadget plays, the reverse plays, you decided to go for it on 3rd down. That don't make no sense to me whatsoever. The Lions, though, they may be the favorites to win the division. Dan Campbell has done a good job of helping out the team. But Leaf, I wouldn't rule out the Packers because I like the situation, the circumstances they're in with the team. Now, unfortunately, with the Bears, they're going to have to go without Christian Watson with the hamstring injury. But if Jordan Love can give him some level of potential, that's what it comes down to. So leave you laughing. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just had came back. I caught you. I was about to catch it when you talked about the Packers. One of the things we got going for us is our backfield. Well, Dylan and Jones, I think that's going to be the key offensively. What I'm really concerned about is if we're going to run the same tired ass defense, that we was running the whole time we had Dom Capers, because that nickel garbage is not cutting it, bro. And when you finish in the 20s in defense, bro, like these are things that you have to work on. You have to work on not always trying to make the big play. Have to get some intimidation with some of your on your linebacker core and on your defensive line core. You if you want finesse players, that's what your secondary is for. If you it's all right to have a finesse guy or two here and there, but like you have to have players that's going to intimidate. You have to have a strong middle and on the third downs where your middle is just getting shredded up, man, because you don't have no middle linebacker. That's the thing that been killing us for years. So realistically, the thing is I'm concerned about is our defense, man. Like our offense, I think Matt LaFleur is going he's going to have something up his sleeve, man, for Jordan Love and for Dylan and Jones to run. We got some good wide receivers. Got Dobbs. We got a couple of guys, but what's going to be the common denominator for us to make some type of eye-opening upset to a playoff berth this year is definitely for sure going to be our defense. There's no question about it. We have to get stops. No more giving up 3rd and 15s, man, and giving up 20 yards on them. No more giving up key third downs. No more just giving up yards just to give up yards. We have to put in some work on the defensive end of the football. We have to.
All right. Let's talk about another college football topic. I apologize if I got to bring this up. It's about one Carl Williams. For those who may not know, he is the father of USC Trojan superstar quarterback and reigning Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams. He did an interview with Sham Shub of GQ, and this is what he was quoted as saying about Caleb Williams entering the NFL draft. This is what he said. He said, the funky thing about the NFL draft process is he'd almost be better off not being drafted than being drafted first. The system is completely backwards. He's got 2 shots at the apple. So if there's not a good situation, the truth is he can come back to school. So that's what Carl Williams had to say. Broad, I see your look on your face. The floor is yours.
Well, before I start, if you guys didn't know, Kansas played Illinois tonight, and Kansas won 34-23. But I stopped myself from posting this on TikTok. But what the hell are you talking about? Well, if there's not a good situation, he can just go back to school. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, what the hell are you talking about? Because if your son's going to be going number 1 overall, no shit, Sherlock, he's going into a bad fucking situation. What the hell did you expect? And I'm going to use these 2 teams as examples since they were in the Super Bowl last year. What, did you expect the Chiefs and Eagles to trade up to number 1 overall to go draft him and that he's going to immediately start over Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts? Fuck no. So shut your dumb ass up.
Yeah, bro. Definitely hit it right on the money, bro. Like I don't know what this is, yo. Who man's is this? Like
that's the father of Caleb Williams.
Yeah, nah. That's just something that we say, man, when somebody is just talking crazy, bro. Like, I mean, like this is just lunacy, man. It was funny when I heard it, man, and then when I had read it again, I was just like, yo, this dude. Did he really say this with a straight face, man? They're like, yo, do you not know how this works, man? Like, yo, if you that good from one level, you're gonna go to being in basically in a shit program to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it goes. It's not like going from high school to college and you could just pick where you want to go and that's that, man. This is the NFL. You're gonna get drafted. He's gonna get drafted to a shit show, and he's gonna have to basically turn chicken shit into chicken salad.
Exactly.
You know, so that's all it is.
Before I let Harrison go, I want to give a quick shout out to Brandon from the Block. My boy Brandon from the Block is here. Go check out his podcast every Monday night,
Brandon up
7
here?
p.m. Yeah, he's here.
Sorry,
Oh,
Brandon.
man.
What's up, y'all?
Ass operator, man. What's going on, bro?
What up, Lee?
Lee, you said it perfectly because when he says, "Oh, if it's a bad
Be right
situation,"
back.
if it's a good situation, then they don't need him.
Basically.
Like,
Basically.
the fuck are you talking about?
I feel
Brandon,
like
you
Broad
wanna
got a little.
Brandon, you want to
I
go?
feel like Broad got a
He said
little
he'd be
bit
right
more.
back.
Yeah, he said he'd be right back. But I feel like Broad got a little bit ticked off with the situation. I just thought it was hilarious, man.
Well,
That
I thought
people
it was
could think this
hilarious,
way.
but then I was thinking the best thing that I could think about to describe it is the Spider-Man meme with J.K. Simmons laughing.
Oh
and then
God.
him at the end. You
Oh, my
serious? Then afterwards, I'm like, but this, you know what this also reminds me of?
What's
With
up?
the straight face, and it pisses me off that I have to bring this man up. The LeVar Ball situation.
Oh
with him and
man.
Lonzo.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
But I say to LeVar's credit, he has basically backed off since LaMelo has come into his own in the league. But this situation in particular with Caleb's father, man, like this is one of those, dude, like you don't want to be another LeVar Ball. You don't want to make the mistake that he made. And being
Right.
being part of that statistical column of future professional athletes' fathers, that's basically putting all this onus and all of this targeting on his son. I kind of felt the same way about Carmelo Anthony's retirement
Yes,
speech
Manning.
when he said to his son, "Hey, it's all up to you now." I'm like, basically, bro, do you know how much pressure that you put on this kid? It's the same thing with Bronny, with LeBron. I don't want to go too deep in that situation, but these things, man, your kids are going somewhere. In terms of Caleb Wins's father, your kids are going somewhere that it's the professional level, bro. You know how this thing works. Hasn't really changed in years. You know what I'm saying? Like they you know how this thing works. You've been watching the game for years. Pay attention if you haven't. He's gonna go to a shit show. He's gonna have to turn that shit show into Rome, basically kind of on his own. So you just got to sit back and let him be in a small percentage, because that's what being a professional athlete in this country is. You are in a very, very small percentile. And sometimes family members and friends that's in your family and they saying this, sometimes they got to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Like, you think
let these kids go out on their journeys, man.
Like, you think that LeBron James changed the Cleveland Cavaliers overnight? No, it took years and years for him to do that.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Brandon,
Brandon.
what do you got to say about the whole situation with?
hold on. What we talking about?
Let me give you some context. Carl Williams, the father of Caleb Williams. Yeah, let me read you the comments for it. This is what Carl Williams said about Caleb Williams, whether if he could stay another year at USC or enter the draft. This is what he said. The funky thing about the NFL draft process is he'd almost be better off not being drafted than being first. The system is completely backwards. He's got 2 shots at the apple, so if there's not a good situation, the truth is he can come back to school. So, Brandon, what are your thoughts?
Who cares about the situation? You better fix it your own self as the quarterback. I don't understand that. Man, if I'm him, if I'm Caleb Williams, I'm going to the draft. You're already a number 1 pick anyway. Just go in the draft.
Harrison.
I mean, I agree with you guys. I mean, if you want to stay in school, I mean, you'll be 100,000% better at the end of the day because we've seen like quarterbacks like like Lamar Jackson, right? He was about to go to the NFL. I forgot what was the year. I forgot
Well,
what year
Lamar
it was.
did that because his draft stock wasn't too high. But compare it to cat like Matt Barkley, who was projected a top 5 pick and then proceeded to stay in school, got worse, and then was drafted in the 4th round.
Right.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't think so. You're the number 1 overall pick. Whatever you're gonna go to, you're gonna go to. I mean, at the end of the day, dude, you're the number 1 overall pick.
Here's how I look at it, folks. I was watching Trent's podcast Thursday, and he had J-Rob and he had the crew on the show. And J-Rob brought up a great point. And shout out to J-Rob. Go check out Player's Choice. Go check out his pod. He talked about how Caleb Williams, hey, he could stay another year at USC with the NIL money. So money's not going to be much of a problem for him as far as college or anything else, whether if he enters the NFL draft or not. He's going to get money with the NIL deals. But here's the thing, and I understand the situation. The Arizona Cardinals, they're about to be they're a terrible organization. They're going to shit the rest of the season. They're going to end up getting the number 1 overall pick. We all know he's the consensus choice to be the number 1 overall pick. A lot of comparisons between him and Patrick Mahomes. But we've seen situations like this before. Remember 2004, the NFL draft, Eli Manning, when he was selected by the San Diego Chargers with the number 1 overall pick, and he was traded to the New York Giants in exchange for Phillip Rivers. So even though I don't think he should stay another year at USC, and Broad knows this better, because first of all, after this season, Broad, if I'm not mistaken, is USC going to go to the Big Ten?
Yep.
Which means you have to deal with Ohio State, Michigan. You have to deal with Broad's team, Penn State, and they got a really good quarterback in Drew Aller. You got to I mean, it's no longer the Pac-12. Lincoln Riley, and trust me, folks, for those who may not think I don't know what the hell I'm talking about with Lincoln Riley, he coached at OU, and he had Heisman Trophy winners. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, number 1 overall picks, still didn't result into winning a national championship. Because one thing I know about Lincoln Riley, defense to him is an afterthought. So there's no guarantee Caleb Williams is going to win this year for the national championship or the year after, because you're going to the Big Ten. And of course, you have to factor, and God forbid, injury. I'm not wishing injury, but you have to take that into consideration, considering the sport that you play. So if I'm Caleb Williams, I better enter the NFL draft, and I better try to find a situation for me. The Cardinals, yeah, they're a terrible organization. I believe they're going to trade Kyler Murray after this season if they get the number 1 overall pick, and the best team that should trade them is the Atlanta Falcons. That's a team where I would love to see Kyler Murray play at, because you talk about weapons with Drake London and Kyle Pitts and now Bijan Robinson, who a lot of people say he's a top 10 running back, even though he hasn't played not 1 game yet. Why not put Kyler in that situation? But that's a story for another day. With Caleb Williams, I better enter the NFL draft, because I'm going to be the number 1 overall pick. I'm going to be the consensus choice for the number 1 overall pick. I'm compared to Patrick Mahomes as far as talent, a generational talent. And my coach over the years has not improved that defense. And I'm going to go to a different conference next year if I decide to stay. So I might as well leave. But in the meantime, if I'm Caleb, would I like to go in a different direction, a different situation than Arizona? I don't mind that, because again, and I thought about it very long and hard as well. And Leaf, remember Andrew Luck? Remember Andrew Luck?
I absolutely do. Yes, I do. We had
Number
an
one
interesting.
overall pick.
Yeah,
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, he was in a horrible situation in Indianapolis, and I get that we expect when players get drafted first overall, they're in horrible situations. But we've seen organizations not put their best players in the best situation. The Colts sabotaged Andrew Luck's career.
Yes, they
They
did.
sabotaged it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Andrew
they
Luck was
did.
on the Hall of Fame path.
Yes, they
But,
did. And to add to that, for those that didn't hear, I obviously I go crazy over basketball, but football players, I have a little bit of a soft spot in my heart about it because they out there. The punishment that Andrew Luck took, man, he was, bro. It was kind of hard to watch, bro. Like some of them hits was very very unnecessary that he was taking during his tenure, and I never felt more sorrow for a guy walking out of an arena on his own will, and basically the entire arena crowded him and boos. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, man, you cannot put your body on the line and then say enough is enough. You can't make that decision. Somebody else has to say, all right, yo, now he's done. And he got to be rolled out in a cat and basically in a stretcher and everything. And he can't hold his kids, and he can't walk after. These are things in the NFL that you got to take into consideration, man, because guys get broken up. Careers are short, and the average career is what 5 years, 4 years.
well, for running backs especially, it's the lowest average at 2.
Yeah, and we thinking about a quarterback in Andrew Luck, man, who was big enough and mobile enough and took some crazy punishment before a lot of these new rules that protect the quarterbacks today were like really set in stone. He was he was supposed to be the bridge from the Brady and from Brady, Aaron
Peyton Manning.
Rodgers and those guys all the way to where Pat Mahomes is today. I look at Josh Allen and all the quarterbacks. They are basically flying where he basically was like swimming through a water of sharks because he didn't have anything like PSP said, he didn't have anything built around him. That organization said, hey, bro, figure it out.
But I just want to go back to something you said real quick about USC joining a new conference. Yeah, here's the
Ain't no way they win a national championship.
No, because here's the notable games for USC schedule next year. They open the season in Vegas against LSU, right? And then their notable games after that, hosting Notre Dame, at Penn State, and all 3 teams that they host, Iowa, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
That's going to be hell.
Damn.
Well, also, if that Penn State game is in November in Happy Valley, oh, they're fucked. They are fucked.
And also, I told
That game's gonna be cold.
and I told Broad this. And I told Broad this. Their quarterback, Drew Allar. Really good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Potential number 1 overall pick in 2025. But if I'm Caleb, I leave.
Yeah.
Why stay another year at USC? I mean, okay, I get it. It's Los Angeles, California. Who wouldn't want to be in LA? Who wouldn't want to be in USC? But the likelihood of you winning a national championship, slim to none.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your chances of winning the 10 when you come over.
And PSP, I want to talk about something about all the Andrew Luck concussions. I mean, I feel like someone had more concussions. I feel like Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly had more. Dude, it really hurted my soul as a Panther fan, dude. When I just saw this before the pandemic, I was like, no way. No way he retired. He retired at 28. 28 years old.
Still at the prime of his career.
Still the prime of his career. He really wanted to keep on playing football. And then at the same, you know how many kids want to be in Luke Kuechly's shoes? People really wanted to be like him when he grows up. Every single one of these kids. He was so amazing. It's just at the same time, it's just like, damn, it just sucks. This dude wanted to play football for his entire career until he's like fucking 40. But
that's why I don't have a problem with it. And hold on, let me see if I can try to get Kenny on the show. I can understand why Caleb Williams, look, he better enter the NFL draft because there's no promises, there's no guarantees. But with the situation, it's how you draft players and it's also how you develop him. If he goes to a situation like Arizona where they're not going to give enough to build around him, I can understand why the father said that. And we've seen examples like with Archie to Eli Manning, John Elway, stuff like that. So I don't necessarily blame him. But look, when you're going to be the number one overall pick, not everything's going to be great or good. Sometimes, I mean, there's a reason why they drafted you to be number one. They drafted you to be a franchise altering generational talent, someone to be the face, the franchise of the team. And hold on, we got
Well,
got Kenny.
Elway, I disagree with you on that just a little bit. Yes, it was
We
also
talked
with the fact that Baltimore
Caleb Williams.
at the time had a shitty owner, but also
Hold up.
the
Ken,
reason
what up, bro?
you had that whole debacle was Steinbrenner was on his ass because they
He was.
wanted him to play for the New York Yankees. The Yankees desperately wanted them to come play for him. Well, Archie and Eli, that's more similar to this.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, man?
What's going on, G?
We talking about Caleb Williams. His father. Let me give you some context just to give you to let you know exactly what we're talking about. His father told GQ that about whether Caleb is going to enter the NFL draft. He said the funky thing about the NFL draft process is he's almost better off not being drafted than being first. The system is completely backwards. He's got 2 shots at the apple. So if there's not a good situation, the truth is he can come back to school. Do you think Caleb Williams should stay another year at USC or just enter the NFL draft?
Me personally, I mean, everything is up to Caleb at the end of the day. So if he wants to do what he desires, then he can do what he desires. Me personally, I don't want him on the Cardinals because the Cardinals, you know, they have nobody in that system right now. Yes, they have to go out and get pieces. Yes. I don't know. Me personally, I would want Caleb in a good situation. That's me, though.
All right. So, I mean, look, anything is possible. I mean, Caleb should enter the NFL draft when it's all said and done because there's no guarantees. And God forbid, if he gets hurt, that could change everything. Now, again, I'm not wishing injury. I'm not wishing bad or ill will upon anyone. But again, you have to take that into consideration as well.
But now, if he gets hurt, then what his father said, they take that shit back. So,
yeah, no doubt about
that's
that.
me, though.
Let's see. Let's talk about Super Bowl run. Which Super Bowl run was better between the two? Eli Manning in 2011 or Joe Flacco in 2012? Now, of course, I'm not going to include Eli Manning in 2007 because I still think that was better because him beating all those teams. I don't know. I think it was the Bucs in the wild card, the Cowboys in the divisional round, the Packers at Lambeau Field. That was Brett Favre's last game as a Green Bay Packer and at Lambeau Field. And, of course, the Super Bowl against the Patriots. And you look at their numbers between the two. Eli, during the 2011 Super Bowl run, 65% completion percentage, little over 12,000 yards, 304.8 passing yards per game, 9 touchdown passes, only 1 interception, a 103.3 passer rating, Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. You look at Joe Flacco, completing a little under 58%, a little over 1,100 yards, 285 yards passing per game, 11 touchdown passes, however, 0 interceptions, as well as a 117.2 passer rating. He also culminated the season with Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP. So, Kenny, I'm going to let you go first since you got here. Who had the better Super Bowl run? Eli in 2011 or Joe Flacco in 2012? And I think we just lost Kenny.
Yeah.
Broad, I'll let you go.
I mean, who had the better Super Bowl? It's Eli Manning. But who had the more impressive playoff run, in my opinion, is Joe Flacco in 2012. Because when you look back at it, yeah, of course, the Colts was a joke. Just like with Eli Manning, the Falcons was a joke in the wild card. But you're telling me that Joe Flacco in back-to-back weeks went into Denver, upset Peyton Manning, especially with one of the craziest playoff catches of all time. Not even catches, just plays of all time, and beat him in double overtime. Then went to New England and embarrassed Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game, and then went to the Super Bowl. I mean, when you factor in that, I will take that over upsetting Aaron Rodgers and then Alex Smith and the 49ers. That's just me personally. And it's not because, I'm just an Eagles fan and I'm biased against the Giants. No. I looked at it and I think Joe Flacco had the more impressive run.
All right, Harrison, what says you?
I mean, I agree with what Broad said. I will pick Eli Manning's Super Bowl. I mean, that was, I think that was by far the best catch I've ever seen in my entire life watching football. But either way, Joe Flacco had that amazing run with that Jacoby Jones touchdown against Peyton Manning in the Denver Broncos, and also, I'm picking Eli.
All right, Brandon, which one was the better Super Bowl run, Eli in 2011 or Joe Flacco in 2012?
That year with Eli, he beat Tom, right?
Yeah, in the Super Bowl the second time.
Yeah, I'm going Eli.
All right.
I'm going Eli.
Leaf.
Oh my God, we really narrowed it down. Your PSP, I swear, bro, you really know how to do these questionnaires, man. With these, we got two rainbow throwers throwing with their eyes closed. None of them have accuracy for real. Like, listen, when it comes to Eli, a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. But I guess me being a Packers fan, I guess you could say the same for Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. So, I would probably go with Eli because I think the Ravens one was kind of fixed because the Ray Lewis was retiring.
Believe it or not, Trent may not like this one. I like Trent a lot. Hopefully, we'll get him on the pod at some point. I'm gonna go Flacco. I mean, the Colts 11. They were 11-5 that season.
The lights go out in the Super Bowl.
But wait a minute. Before the lights went out, Baltimore was beating the shit out of San Francisco before San Francisco ultimately came back. And then some people would argue the non-pass interference call on Crabtree. But when you look at Flacco, he balled out in the game against Baltimore. And then to Broad's point, Denver. One of the most miraculous throws to Jacoby Jones.
Oh, my God. That throw was so lucky. Oh, no. Come on.
Play back. You're
bro,
like,
he underthrew the hell out of him, bro. He just threw it up in the air. But, bro, did you see that throw? You remember that throw?
Yes.
That, bro, if that wasn't that had to be, that throw was more lucky than the David Tyree catch. It had to be.
100%.
It had to be. Easily.
Because, again, as I stated, that play should have been in, I forget the corner. I don't think it was Bradley Roby.
Raheem Morris.
Yeah, that, when you look at it, that should have been picked off, but the corner
easily
the corner just made a bad play on it, and Jacoby Jones is like, I'll take that, thank you, and I'll run into the end zone.
Jacoby Jones. First off, Jacoby Jones was underthrown. That's one. He had to go back a little. He had to slow down a little bit just to get it because Flacco is a rainbow thrower, bro. Like everything, like him and
the clip, bro, so we can watch it over again. I think you can do that.
I think I still learning how to use StreamYard.
I don't want to watch though. I don't want to watch two of the most goofy quarterbacks to ever win a championship, bro. Like that. No,
Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Here we go.
Intangible wise, Nick Foles was a way better quarterback and a way better thrower than both of them. And I think everybody up in here knows it.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yeah. But also the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. Mind you, the previous year they went to the AFC Championship game and Baltimore. Not just that, the Lee Evans dropped pass.
That too.
Wait, was that the year that Ray Rice ran for the first touchdown and they basically mopped the floor with the Patriots?
That was 09.
Oh, that was 09.
That was 09.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
09.
that
But
was
in
09,
2012,
11, they had the Lee Evans drop touchdown, and then the
Right.
Billy Cundiff shanked field goal.
Oh,
And then
God.
the next year they come in with a rookie Justin Tucker. The rookie Justin Tucker too field goal against the Broncos was impressive as well.
Right.
right. And Flacco outperformed Brady not once but twice
Yep.
in an AFC Championship
Mhm.
game,
I
and
agree.
then in
Yes,
the
he
Super
did.
Bowl.
Yes, he did.
He against that defense. The 49ers still had a good defense, really good defense at that time with Patrick Willis, NaVorro Bowman.
They had the best front seven in football, and it wasn't even close. They only gave up one rushing touchdown that entire year
Right.
in the regular season, bro. I remember that defense. That defense was 10 times more annoying than anything that LOB was putting out, bro. And my bad in advance, Brandon, bro. But I gotta say this, bro. That defense, that front seven, that year, with Navarro, Pat Willis, the Smiths, bro. Oh my God, you couldn't get nothing.
Yeah,
You hear me? Nothing. If it wasn't for their secondary, they might have been one of the best defenses they ever played in terms of personnel. That front seven that probably had to be the best front seven that I've ever seen in all my years of watching football. And I can't stand Niner fans. I think they absolutely stink. Outside of Cowboys fans, bro, I think they the lowest of the low, bro. They resume since the 90s is just as terrible.
Oh, Broad will tell you he has to deal with 49ers fans after that NFC Championship game.
Oh yeah, you do. Right.
Oh, we don't have Jimmy G. We have to deal with Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy.
Whatever.
Oh God.
But also
Fucking overrated.
that Super Bowl
Very.
with the Ravens and Niners. Ed Reed also in that Super Bowl became the first player in NFL history to pick off a Niners quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
And then Jimmy G threw 2 in Super Bowl 54. But still, yeah, Super Bowl 47. He was
that was that Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was Kaepernick.
That was Kaepernick, Randy Moss, Vernon Davis,
Crabtree.
I forgot about Randy Moss.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, and they lost that game. Oh God.
They almost came back and won that game, though. Had it not been for that controversy.
This goes to show and prove, bro. The Niners always needed a loaded deck, bro, to do anything, bro. Like, and they still couldn't do anything during that year, bro. Like that was so crazy, bro. Like, I'm just like, the Niners is just one of those teams, bro. That's just like, bro. They're either really, really irrelevant, bro, like, or they really not, bro. Like, they're never. You don't worry about them if they're garbage or if they're in between the pack. You only worry about them if they're loaded. Right. That's the only thing. It's been that way since the 80s, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
All right, folks. Let's talk about the NFL picks. Our Week 1 picks. So we got big ones right here. You got Panthers versus Falcons, Bengals versus Browns, Jags versus Colts, Bucks versus Vikings, Titans versus Saints, Niners and Steelers, Cardinals and Commanders, Texans, Ravens. That's going to be good to see, CJ. Packers versus Bears, Raiders versus Broncos, Eagles versus Patriots, Dolphins versus Chargers, Rams versus Seahawks, of course, Cowboys versus Giants, and Bills versus Jets. So, Broad, actually, I'm going to let Harrison go first. Yeah. Panthers versus Falcons. We all know what you're going to say, Harrison.
Hey, listen. PSP.
Uh-oh.
And no, Goated is not coming.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. So listen.
Well, just note that I have the Falcons hosting the NFC Championship game. Just to let you know, bro. But so before you say anything crazy,
you're tripping.
It may be.
Listen, okay. Let's remember last year, right? PJ Walker at quarterback. We were down. I think we're down with like 2 points, 3 points, with under probably 15 to 10 seconds left. PJ Walker throw a bullet to DJ Moore and throw his helmet outside of the end zone. And then the other day on Monday, we got screwed by the refs. And I think Bryce Young, I think he's going to have himself a day. I think we don't have DJ Chark. He's going to be out with a hamstring injury. It's time for the rookie from wide receiver from Ole Miss, Jonathan Mingo. He's going to have – I hope he's going to have himself a good game. Jeff Okudah is going to be out on Sunday. And I'm being biased. I'm going Carolina is going to win this game. High scoring affair, 28-24.
Okay. Broad?
Only because this game's in the ATL, I got Atlanta because, I mean, Carolina's O-line, it's good, not great, but, I mean, Bryce Young facing Grady Jarrett in his first game.
Leaf?
I'm going with the Falcons, and ain't a damn thing nobody on that side can do about it. I think Bryce Young is promising, but I don't think he's really going to be ready for what that defense is going to offer this weekend, and especially in Atlanta. So I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons on this one.
Brandon?
Falcons.
All right. Bengals versus Browns, and I think
what about you, PSP? Who you got?
Oh, I
You almost pulled a Brandon where
I almost did though. I almost did.
Brandon, I don't mean to throw you under the bus.
Brandon and I have a lot more in common that we're slicksters in some ways. I'll probably go with Carolina for this one. Carolina, I'll go 20-19. Carolina. It's gonna be close.
Damn, I really thought you were going to say 23-19.
23-19, either way, 2019. I'll go with that one. Bengals versus Browns. I think I could speak for all of us and say Bengals are winning this one.
Yep.
Okay. Jags versus Colts.
Wait. You said Bengals versus Browns.
Who you going with, Leaf?
Wait, isn't Burrow?
Joe Burrow is playing. Joe Burrow is
playing. Oh.
I got
the Browns.
Games in
Oh, you got the Browns, Leaf.
Yeah, I got the Browns on upset.
I don't know. I was like a flip of a coin in this game. I was like, Watson, can he be like himself in the pandemic year? Joe Burrow is going to be coming back. He is going to be rusty, though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
The defense got – I mean, the Bengals defense got worse. The Browns defense has improved. It's just like –
Still got the
I'm going with the Browns.
Yeah, I'm going with Joe Shiesty.
Brandon,
I'm going with the Browns.
Brandon, who you got?
I got Bengals.
Okay. Jags versus Colts. Anthony Richardson going to be starting. He actually spent 8 hours at the facilities working on his game. So who do you guys got?
Don't care about that. I'm taking Duval.
I'm taking Duval, but I won't be surprised if I don't know, dude. That's just like 50-50. I'm going Jacksonville.
Leaf?
I'm going Jags as well.
Brandon? And we lost him.
Brandon, where you at?
All right, I'm back.
Who you
I
got?
got
Jags versus Colts.
Jags.
Okay.
Sadly.
Bucks versus Vikings. Obviously, we're gonna pick.
Fuck Baker Mayfield. Let's go Minnesota. Go Minnesota.
Yeah, Vikings.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings on that. So yeah.
Titans versus Saints.
Who that?
Saints.
Titans.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
What?
Leaf got the Titans.
Lord have mercy.
What?
I think Derrick Henry gonna come out strong.
It's in New Orleans. I mean, we're gonna see new
It's in
Derek
the dome,
Carr.
so they gonna pound the football. So I mean, I think Derrick Henry gonna come out strong and he gonna control the game.
I'm hoping Michael Thomas can finally stay healthy. When was the last time Michael Thomas stayed healthy?
Who's the Saints quarterback?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Oh hell no! Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I
going
think
to
he'll be
Titans.
solid. I think he'll be good this season.
Now leave. He the guy Carr. That's the guy
I mean,
Carr.
for the past of
Brandon.
preseason don't
You
matter.
smarter than this, bro. Titans. Come on.
Preseason don't matter, but Derek Carr looked
You
kind of
thinking Ryan Tannehill
nice.
or Will I don't care who starts for the Titans. They ain't winning this game.
All right.
Okay.
I'm a
Hey, don't
Bruh.
forget
I'm
D-Hop.
I'm
Don't
going.
forget D-Hop.
I'm
They got
going
Derrick
New
Henry,
Orleans.
bruh.
I'm
Like-
going New Orleans.
Okay,
20.
and Derrick Henry was in for the majority of the game, and what did they lose? 7 in a row
Hey,
last year to end the
can't-
season. When they
We can't
started-
forget
Well,
about
that
D-Hop.
means that they do for a win, bro.
No, we can't forget about
Titans.
D-Hop.
I'm going New Orleans. Is in the dome. 30-27.
All right. 49ers versus Steelers. Niners.
Yeah, Niners.
Yeah,
Just-
Niners.
yeah.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Hell no.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm going Pittsburgh. I
You
think.
said that?
I'm going with.
That's
I
not
think
ridiculous,
This Kenny
though.
Pickett. I think Kenny Pickett and this Pat Frymouth dude. It's gonna be. It's gonna be
facts,
underrated this
facts.
year.
I
and
can see it. I
think
got
the
Niners,
score.
but
The score is gonna be 23-20. I think Brock Purdy's gonna struggle against TJ Watt.
Well, at
Mm.
least you're
Go
making
with
JJ
the,
happy.
So
San
Cardinals.
Fran. Hold on. I didn't say
I'm sorry,
my-
bro.
I'm going with the San Fran Crybabies. I mean, 49ers.
You got to find a way. You got to take a shot at the 49ers.
yeah, we got to take a shot at the Niners. I feel like we took the Niners, bro, because we can't give the Steelers no kind of love, man, just because
Bro.
of old boy.
I had to give them. I had to take a shot at them. I actually don't mind the Niners and their fans, but it's 95-7. I think the Bay, they are still crying and bitching on the radio about the fucking NFC Championship game. Let it go. I got over the Super Bowl in literally 6 hours, and you're still gonna sit there and bitch almost 8 months.
Well,
later.
bro. Well, to your credit, bro, like you actually have a Super Bowl in this millennium. The Niners don't. The Niners is on the same. The Niners is on this, but the Niners is on the same track. Is on the same path of history as the Cowboys, bro. Realistically, if you really want to be technical, their last Super Bowl came at the year after the Cowboys' last Super Bowl.
Mm.
So
All right. Cardinals versus
Unlike the
Commanders.
Cowboys, they've been to 2 Super Bowls afterwards, and they've lost both.
yeah, because they're the Niners.
All right, folks. Cardinals versus Commanders. Okay,
back to the
I'm
Commanders.
picking the Commanders in this one.
I'm taking the Commanders. Lockdown of the week here. I think
I
Sam
got
Howell's
Commanders.
Yeah, I'm taking Washington as well, bro.
30-20.
I don't believe in Russell Wilson Jr., brother. We're taking the Commanders, bro. Sorry.
I believe Sam Howell's going to actually throw for 300 yards. If this is the game to do it, why not against the Cardinals? We're going to shit the rest of the season.
It might just be, bro. Like so, I mean, but I'm going with the Commanders because I don't believe in Russell Wilson Jr. So sorry.
You know this game is an absolute joke when the over/under is in the 30s.
Oh my god.
And by the way, Leaf, Kyler Murray is not going to play in that game. He's still recovering from the ACL.
Right. Oh, they're gonna lose anyway. So yeah.
Texans versus Ravens, and I think all of us are going to go Ravens.
Ravens, yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
Now-
I think this is the beginning of the comeback for Lamar here. That Ravens, yeah, for sure.
Now this is Leafs game right here. Packers versus Bears.
But do you know? I don't think you realize the disgust of losing to anything Bears related, man. I feel like we somehow, some way, we got to win this game, man. I'm taking us, man, but just because it's always fuck the Bears, bro. Like it's like screw them and they whole setup. I'm taking us, man. The hell with that. Packers. I'm taking us by a landslide too.
I'm going Green Bay 22-21.
Yeah, Packers.
I'll go with Packers. Brandon.
Bro, sound like Bugs Bunny.
Brandon. I swear, man, Brandon keeps slipping.
Housekeeping.
Brandon.
Yo,
Wow.
I said, y'all
Go
didn't
ahead.
hear me? I said Packers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I got Packers. Raiders versus Broncos. I got Broncos because how shitty the Raiders are.
Ponies.
The Broncos,
Yeah, I'm going-
they better win that game, bro. Like, for
I'm not
real.
gonna lie. I mean, if you really lose to
And
Jimmy
Russell Wilson,
Garoppolo
good
and Josh
God.
McDumbass, I mean, like, come on. Like, this is
If-
your.
if you-
When was the last time the Broncos swept the Raiders?
Lord knows how long.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't
So
remember.
this has got to be your year.
Probably
This
when
is
Peyton
got-
Manning was there.
Hold on 1 second, Rod. Sorry. But this has got to be your fucking year. This is your chance to get into yourself into the fucking playoffs because you got Sean Payton on your motherfucking team.
Speaking
Like,
of Sean
seriously.
Payton, did you hear what he had to say about Russell Wilson?
Yeah, I think I heard about something like kissing.
I didn't hear anything
about his
What he
babies.
said?
Yeah, let me see if I think I have the quote right here. He said, "Stop worrying about the Russell Wilson ink." I'm paraphrasing. Stop kissing baby. Stop trying to act like you're running for office. Something like that.
Yeah, okay. This has got to be your chance. This is your opportunity
They
to sweep
better
the
win that
Raiders.
game. They
You
better
got to win. 20, I'll say 24-20. 24-20 Denver.
All right.
Because everybody knows how much I think Russell Wilson is a yes man, bro.
Dude, Russell
So,
Wilson needs to, like, this is
Yeah,
bounce back
I
year.
got Broncos.
Yeah,
Eagles versus Patriots, bro. We already
Eagles.
know you're picking
Eagles.
Eagles.
The fact
Eagles.
that spread is only 4 points is absolutely disrespectful.
I think that's totally disrespectful, bro. Like
we gonna
that's-
smack the Patriots 31-13.
Who's their quarterback for the Patriots?
31-6.
Mac Jones.
Oh, Mac Jones? Oh, no, it's Mac and Cheese. I mean, that's their quarterback, Mac and Cheese.
They're only one on the active roster, by the way.
Give me Phil. Give me Broad's team. 30, probably 30 to like 19.
All right. Dolphins versus Chargers. Now this is going to be a
Chargers.
really exciting.
Chargers.
Dolphins.
Chargers.
Chargers is overrated.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Only because this game is in LA, I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going Miami. I just
going
don't. I
Miami.
just don't like. I don't like the Chargers defense. The Chargers defense is so mid at best.
Chargers whole setup
got
is overrated, bro.
I got I'm sorry. I got the Chargers winning this one. I think it's going to be high scoring, 31-28. This is
I
going
got
to be. This is going to be really.
I got
exciting.
Miami 35-31.
That's going to be a good one. Brandon, we all know you, the biggest Justin Herbert fan out there. Is this going to be a sign of things to come for Justin Herbert? Is this going to be the year he wins the league MVP?
No,
Justin Herbert getting 4 TDs this game.
I could see that.
He will, but he's still gonna lose though. Miami.
No, he's not.
Yes, he gonna lose.
All right. Speaking of Brandon again, Rams Seahawks, no Cooper Cup. We all know that the Seattle 5 points, it should be much higher. But Brandon, I'm gonna let you go.
Seahawks.
All right,
Yeah, we all know you pick Seahawks, but it should have been much higher though.
Yeah, it should have been much higher. I think it's a lot disrespectful, but I think I have to agree with Brandon. I like Seattle a whole lot better now that they don't have Russell Wilson and LOB in the league. So, yeah.
Brandon,
Seattle.
if Geno Smith beat that dude again,
He's top
I'm
10.
gonna apologize.
I think this is the year where Geno.
I'm picking Seattle. I'm picking
I
Seattle.
think this is the year where Geno takes that next step, man. Geno was like the biggest Cinderella story last year, man, and this year I think he could make that big step, man.
I'm picking Seattle 20-3.
But Lee, the thing is, they can't hold on to the past, bro. That's all it is, bro. Now I'm sick of it, bro.
Well, I mean, is that? I don't think that's much of an issue as people making out to be. It's just like.
I mean, he was on the worst franchise, though, the Jets. He was on the worst franchise, like,
bro.
I mean, he
bounced
was,
left and right.
but he was a backup to his credit, man. I mean, like,
I understand that.
All right, and Cowboys versus Giants.
All right, Cowboys.
Close game. The Giants defense got a lot better. I think Isaiah Simmons, because we've seen a lot of NFL teams switch to an organization they did a lot better. Hopefully that'll be Isaiah Simmons. But still, Giants are going to be competitive. Daniel Jones is still going to be mid at best because you're blessed to have Brian Daboll as your head coach, and I'm going to be honest with you. And Daniel Jones, his career has been saved because of Brian Daboll. Give me the Cowboys 24-20.
Yeah, but that's also Harrison. That's also on the Giants because they didn't pick up Daniel Jones' 5th-year option. Had they picked up the 5th-year option, they wouldn't pay him a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that's why they won their first playoff game since I don't know when. When was last
2011. That was the year when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's okay.
I will
Fresh on
say
TV,
this.
that-
Listen, these are two. Listen, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and these are two accidental teams waiting to happen. It's gonna be who makes the most accidents, in this game. It's probably most likely gonna be the Giants. So I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Brandon,
Yeah, I got Dallas.
Broad.
Even with the news with Darren Waller, only because this game is in Jersey, I'm taking the Giants.
All right, you got the courage of your convictions. And the last game, the Monday night game, Bills versus Jets. Aaron
Buffalo.
Rodgers' first game as a New York
Bills.
Jet.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I got Bills.
Bills.
You know what? I'm going with the Jets. I just
Mm.
think it's at home. It's just like, you know, the quote that like money does not give you happiness.
That's money can't buy you happiness.
Oh, money cannot buy you happiness. My bad.
Mhm.
That's the Jets. I mean, is it crazy to say that the Jets might not make the playoffs? Maybe.
No, not at all.
No, it's not crazy, bro. Because I've seen this episode of Friends before for the millionth time, bro. Like, listen, it's the Jets, bro. First and foremost, historically, they are a very bad second half of the season football team. That's one. If they get out to a good start this season, bro, they're not going to be able to have enough around Aaron Rodgers to keep him healthy to begin with. The AFC is an injury. The AFC East is an injury-ridden division. It always has been. The only team that doesn't get injuries is the Patriots because they cheat. That's why, bro. Like, everybody knows what's going to happen.
I mean, Broad, like me and Broad know about baseball. Me and Broad talk about baseball a little bit sometimes, but we talk about the San Diego Padres signing a shit ton of fucking money, signing a lot of like amazing players, and they just turn into shit.
Basically, yeah.
Mhm.
But same thing with
All
the
right.
Jets.
I got Bills.
Jets 27-24.
Broad.
Hell no.
I got the Bills.
Okay, Brandon.
Yeah, I got Bills.
Well, we do have to note that Josh Allen is on Madden curse watch, bro. So, but I do got the Bills anyway.
I mean, he is on Madden curse watch, but I think everyone is only talking about Miami and the Jets, and the Bills are becoming, I don't want to say underrated, but overhated.
Okay. All right,
Yeah, I
we're
would
gonna-
definitely say that.
All right, we're going to do some start benches and cuts, and then we'll probably end it off with some entertainment. So, start, bench, or cut. Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Cooper Kupp.
Wow, yo,
easy. That's two.
PSP, damn, you went, yeah. Oh man,
You're
Nice.
nasty, bro.
yo, you
this
did,
is easy.
yo.
This easy.
This is easy.
So
Start
wait,
today,
we going off what we going off of right now, or we going off of what they done?
Just right now. Right now.
right now. Start
Oh,
today.
man.
Bench Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp. See you later.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, yeah,
We really benching a Super Bowl MVP?
Yes.
dude,
Yes.
dude's been hurt.
I mean, yeah, he has. Yeah, you're right.
Obviously, you're going to
mean-
start Devontae.
The
In my
best
opinion,
runner
he's
in
still
the
the
league.
best
I mean,
wide
well, what-
receiver in football. In my
I mean,
opinion.
but he plays for the Raiders.
And he still had 1,400 yards last year with with the Raiders.
Dude,
Who cares?
I mean, that's-
He's
that's-
still
that's
playing
true,
at an elite
but-
level, Leaf.
Yeah, he
It's
has.
the
Listen,
Raiders.
look,
Leaf,
look,
so you
look,
should
look, look,
start
look,
Tyreek
this
Hill,
is not
bench-
just, look, all right, listen. Let me just get this out of the way. For anybody that's thinking that this is sour grapes because he used to play for the Packers, it's not. I just don't like what Derek Carr was doing with him, even though he did have 1,400 yards. You did
And
point
like
that out.
15
Yes.
touchdowns.
Yes, he did. Look, but Tyreek Hill, I think he's a plug and play anywhere kind of guy. Obviously,
He's a speed person. That's it.
yeah, definitely. But and I think what he's done in Miami.
Yeah, that's how you use Merchant Right Roundup. He's a speed
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. So I mean, I'm gonna
And
just
Tay
I
is
got listen based off
Tay's
of
best-
based
one
off of
if not the best route runner in the league.
yes he is but based off of this past year, I'm gonna just I gotta go with Tyreek to start.
Actually, not 1,400, 1,500.
15 was it 15?
He's had back-to-back 1,500.
Well-
The last 2 seasons, 1,500 yards and at least 11 touchdowns.
All right, I guess
Hold
I
on,
gotta
Leaf.
go with Devontae.
You want to
then.
start? Oh, thank God, because you were about to start Tyreek over Tay.
Yeah. I had to get some more clarification, bro, because I'm a little bit foggy with the stats.
With
Yeah,
Rod,
I'm gonna go with Devontae,
And
Tyreek,
I'm sorry, I
Cooper
don't mean
Cup.
to cut you off. Another thing with Tag, 3 straight 100 reception seasons, and he's had at least 100 receptions 4 out of the last 5.
exactly.
Yeah, I gotta go with Devontae, man. I mean, damn, what the hell did we do, bro? Like, I swear our front office, man. Yeah, I gotta go with Devontae, man. Yeah,
You gotta start
Devontae,
Devontae.
Tyreek, and Coop. Sorry, Coop.
Harrison.
Yeah. Start Devontae, bench Hill, cut Cup.
Yep.
And Brandon.
Same thing.
Okay.
Definitely
It
same
was
thing.
unanimous.
Mhm.
Now this is a really interesting one that I picked, and Leaf, stay tuned because I'm gonna give you another start bench or cut.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
shit!
Oh, we
John
taking it.
Randall?
Oh, you mother.
Okay.
PSP, you mother. Oh, you already know where I'm going with this. That's kind. I think that's kind of why he did it. Listen.
I don't care what any of y'all say. Reggie White is an automatic starter.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
No, it's no question. The problem is who
John
you
or
cut.
Bruce?
That Bruce Smith?
all-time sack
Yeah,
leader,
that's
or
Bruce Smith and that's John Randall.
or an
And
all-time.
John
You
Randall.
can't argue about the bench and the cuts.
Oh my God, the all-time.
I don't know.
sack leader
Yeah,
or an
I
all-time
think I
striker?
got to take it in the order that it is, man. I mean, Bruce Smith.
Bruce Smith was him though.
Yeah, Bruce. We talk. Bruce Smith was. Oh my God, man. I'm like, no disrespect to John Randall. John Randall was
Yeah,
definitely.
he out of there.
But I'm sorry, John.
Oh.
But I got it. Yeah, I'm taking Reggie just off a rip. Bruce Smith, and then sorry, John Randall, bro. Like, you got to go, bro.
Hey, listen, Reggie White, for the younger people, watch his highlights. There was one specific move he did in Green Bay and also in Philly, the hump
Facts.
move.
The hump move.
How
Yeah.
a man would just use his arm, his hand, and push over the dude.
Yes.
I mean, the dude was a superior physical specimen. I still remember what he did to poor old Chris Carter, man. I mean, that was embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
But
Definitely. I never forget that.
Yeah.
You got to start Reggie, the minister of defense. I think
he was just an all around good guy. God rest his soul, man. I mean, one of those guys. I guess we really kind of lost too soon, but I say. And at his very best and at his totality, top 5, probably one of the best defensive players in NFL history, if I had to say.
Oh yeah, he's definitely up there. Brandon, what do you say, man?
This man.
Brandon, your mic on mute, man.
All right. So I'm starting Reggie. Mention Bruce, cutting Randall.
All right, Harrison.
Damn. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I agree.
This is very easy, bro.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon. I'm with Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. Like the NFL's all-time sack leader or an all-time psychopath. But you got to start Reggie, bench Bruce, and John.
And finally, we're going to get into some entertainment. And Leaf, I thought about you when I came up with this
Why
topic.
you always doing this to me, man? Yo, come on.
Start, bench, and cut.
Oh man.
No, and I'm
you
fine.
know what?
This is not music. This is about which type of woman you want to be.
Oh God.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right. Hold on, just for clarification, which one of the twins is it on the right?
Chloe.
That's Chloe. Oh my God.
I try to tell you, man.
Chloe, Jesus.
Chloe. It would be hard for me not to start Chloe, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I have to start Chloe off a rip. Sweetie and Ice Spice, bro. Oh God, I see Ice Spice every other day. I see her every other day.
Wait,
bro. I really do.
what? What?
Bro, Brandon, I live in New York, bro. I see plenty of Ice Spice clones, bro. Like, I just do.
Bro, she's the definition of mid.
Excuse me.
I mean,
Ice Spice.
don't get me wrong.
I don't give a
Spice is
shit.
mid?
Yes, I don't
You're
give a.
starting to sound like sports talk all of a sudden.
Listen,
Well, yeah, me and him. Well, I'm not trying to be that.
You
moment,
know
but,
what Brandon
I mean,
does that when he turns his camera on.
all right, she has. Do
Hold
you
up, I
do
gotta
you think
give
she has
Brandon-
anything on Saweetie?
What?
I don't give a damn, bro.
What?
All right, we
y'all-
got to keep Harrison and
y'all-
Broad away from
Yeah,
this question.
y'all-
I think this
y'all-
question is for me and
Y'all
hold on.
insane, bro.
Oh,
Oh,
why?
Harrison, who's a 10 in your eyes? Harrison, who's a 10 in your eyes?
Megan Fox.
No.
No,
I take my
Scarlett
you know-
Johansson or somebody?
Scarlett Johansson is. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Margot Robbie.
That's a
Margot
fucking big
Robbie?
question.
You take a Will Smith.
End the show. End the show. End the show.
We got more.
In-
We got more,
Hold
Brandon.
on, hold on. I haven't done my start bench cut because
No,
this
we
is tough.
gonna get into it, Brandon.
I ain't do mine neither, but listen, I'm starting Chloe for sure.
Facts.
Okay, Lee.
Sweetie, I'm a bench. Yeah, I could do. I don't necessarily.
And you cut Ice
need
Spice.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
you've seen too many
necessarily
Ice
need
Spices.
Wait, PSP. You know the reason why I don't want to be part of that, because you know why? Because I'm into like white girls and freaking Latinas. That's my type, honestly.
I don't blame.
I'm sorry to say this, PSP,
listen,
but bro,
listen.
I'd
I
rather
don't
be
blame-
honest.
I don't blame you.
Because you know all the Latinas always trying to look for a skinny ass white boy like me. So like I'm 5'10".
Yo, hey, yo.
Yeah, the skinny ass white boy.
I
like
mean,
me.
I mean, bro, you're not wrong.
Hey, listen. I'm not mad at you, bro. Listen, currently, man, I'm with a Mexican woman, man. So I mean, it is what it is, bro.
Oh
Like,
damn! God bless you, brother.
I
All right,
mean,
Harrison, who
that's
you
tough,
starting
but I'm
benching or cutting?
None.
Bro, that-
All of them are cutting.
No, y'all insane. Y'all crazy.
said all
Y'all
of them
Brandon,
crazy.
cutting.
Brandon, I know who
yeah.
you starting, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
Chloe's number one for sure. For
Oh yeah,
sure.
definitely. But who
But
you
I'm not
benching,
gonna
though?
lie. I'm not gonna lie though. Oh man. I'm benching Ice Spice. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you out of line. Yeah. End
Nah,
it, end it,
I'm
end
benching
it,
Ice Spice.
End
I'm
it.
benching Ice Spice.
End it. Yo,
And I'm cutting I'm cutting
no,
Sweetie.
End the show. Yo, skip that out.
No.
Cut that out.
Sweetie is for the streets. Her name really Streety. That's really her name, Streety.
Bro,
She's
and
for the
Ice Spice.
streets.
What Ice Spice is for?
I mean, Ice Spice just look better. I ain't
No,
gonna lie.
I'll tell you
Ice
what would have
Spice,
been.
Ice
I'll
Spice
tell
is
you what would've
pizza
been
and a
harder
hot
than
dog, bro. What are we talking about?
You know what? No, you know what? I got a good one. Here's a better, and this is not a start, bench, cut. It's start or cut, not start, bench, cut. Start or bench. Beyonce or Rihanna?
I'm starting.
I like Rihanna.
We got to start Beyonce.
Starting Rihanna.
We start
Honestly,
Rihanna. You start Riri over
Olivia
Beyonce?
Rodrigo.
I like
wish you
Riri
talked about-
more. Sorry.
Beyonce ain't bad
Nobody
though.
look better than Beyonce.
I
Would
mean,
you say Beyonce
I'm
over
starting
J Lo?
Riri, but I'm starting Queen Big.
Oh,
That ain't ridiculous, bro.
that's a tough one right there. I ain't gonna
I
lie
take
to you.
Riri. I take Riri.
Taking Riri.
But who's your start bench cut though, bro? For
Yeah.
that,
I'm starting Chloe.
W, bro.
There you go.
I
There
mean,
you go.
I don't-
W, bro.
I don't care for Ice Spice or Sweetie, but if I had to choose one of them to be on my bench, it's gonna be Ice Spice.
Even though
Facts.
Chloe was getting her back blown out on that show, bro, like I'm still starting them, bro. Like,
Well,
for real.
Oh yeah, was it Chloe or Haley that was Ariel?
Nah, it was Chloe. It was Chloe that
It
was
was
getting
Chloe.
her back
It was
blown
Chloe.
out. Hey, Haley was in Little Mermaid, but
That Ariel, Little Mermaid, bro.
yeah. Chloe was getting her back blown out, bro, on some movie on whatchamacallit, bro. It was all over Twitter.
PSP, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you should do a start bench cuts on NFL wives.
NFL wives? Do we know how many NFL wives?
I'm
Olivia
more
Rodrigo.
in-
Have you
I'm
not
more
seen Olivia
interested in-
Rodrigo?
Rodrigo is
recently?
mid. Don't. Olivia Rodrigo is mid. She is the Walmart Avril Lavigne.
Oh, wow.
That is disrespectful. You know it.
Damn.
That is.
I don't think
God,
I'm
I am
Yo,
going
Avril
to
Lavigne,
and I'm
though?
gonna.
Uh,
No, I can't do that.
I agree with
Avril
Lee.
Lavigne,
Her music is
oh,
absolute
man.
trash.
Oh wow,
Hey,
that's just
nah.
that's hurtful.
All right.
Dang, bro.
All right, folks,
That's
we're
really
going to talk about
disrespectful,
another
bro.
Leaf, we're gonna talk about another female group, but I'm gonna start Chloe, I'm gonna bench Saweetie, and I'm gonna cut Ice Spice.
Wow.
WPSP.
I mean, nah,
WPSP,
Sweetie
cutting Ice
bad though.
Spice.
Sweetie bad though. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie.
Man,
I would
Sweetie-
start, but
I don't think Ice.
But,
I don't think Ice Spice in terms
but
of
Broad,
beauty,
who you
bruh,
got?
Ice Spice doesn't see her, bro, at all, bro.
Who do I got between what? I just said mine.
yeah, he said it. He said it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got Chloe starting, and you're
Benching
cutting
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice, right?
Cutting Saweetie.
Yeah, benching Ice Spice, cutting Saweetie. Oh, okay. But I got a better female list. Leaf,
No,
stay
Lord.
tuned.
Oh God.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Tough.
This right here. This right here. He said, "Who is that?" Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Listen, I'm very familiar.
Which one you
with,
want?
Ah, damn.
Damn. All right.
Honestly, for me, it's between three. No offense to Angela.
Damn, bro. Yo, you really did this, bro? Oh man.
On J-Lo, Shakira, or Salma.
She said J-Lo, Shakira,
Or Salma.
Salma.
And
I
Angela
mean,
Bassett.
Angela Bassett, my mom's age, so I can't do that. I can't do that, man. Angela Bassett is gorgeous and everything, but I cannot do that, man. Come on, bro. I got morals, bro. I can't do that at all.
God damn.
But if I had to, I'm gonna narrow it down. Salma
I got
Hayek is
J-Lo.
up.
I want, give me J-Lo.
Salma Hayek is up there, but Shakira is definitely grown on me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shakira is definitely grown on me.
Young Shakira was, y'all been sleeping on Shakira.
Bro, Shakira at the Super Bowl was raw, bro. What you?
Oh, yeah.
With J-Lo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got J-Lo.
Damn it.
damn.
Dude.
I'm gonna need an honest woman, man. I'm like, J-Lo is still.
I'm between J-Lo and Shakira.
Yeah. I'm definitely between J-Lo and Shakira, bro. Like, so I'm gonna have to flip a coin on that.
You have a coin, Leaf?
Damn, do I got a code up in here? Hold on, I got something on me.
Bro's actually gonna flip.
Harrison, you should answer this question because you
I'm
said
gonna
it
take J-Lo,
yourself.
bro. I'm gonna take J-Lo, bro. I can't.
Oh,
say-
you know what? I'm flipping a coin. Honestly, I just don't care.
What you mean you flipping a coin? You said you're interested in whites and Latinas.
You said whites and Latinas, bro. Like, what?
I'm
what
picking
category?
I'm
This is your
picking J-Lo. I'm
category,
picking
bro.
J-Lo. I'm picking J-Lo.
Okay. Broad, you said it's between J-Lo and Shakira.
Mm-hmm. God damn, that's tough. I'm gonna go J-Lo.
It's
I feel
between
like
J-Lo and
J-Lo's. I
Salma.
feel like once you put J-Lo up there,
It's
bro,
between
I thought yeah.
For me, it's between J-Lo and Salma. Salma Hayek, man.
No Shakira in your life, bro?
No, I love Shakira too, but
You see the way
Angela
that body
Bassett,
move, bro?
Angela Bassett, to Lee's point, she's around my mama's age. No,
Yeah, I can't do that.
no. J-Lo, Salma, Shakira, J-Lo. J-Lo won. I go with J-Lo. That's tough though because Salma and Shakira.
Oh my Oh no!
I mean, listen.
I can't do Salma.
Salma just
Actually,
turned
older than my
56, bro. So listen, I'm
Bro,
not
Salma
saying that
is
all of these
older
ones.
than my mom.
I think
I can't-
Shakira is the youngest out of all of them.
Pretty sure
Yes.
she is.
She is. J-Lo's
No, I
54.
can't do
Salma's
Salma.
57.
She's older than my mom.
Angela Bassett is 65. And Shakira is in her mid
senior
40s.
citizen age, bro. Like, I can't do that. Come on. I can't do that.
But I like Salma. So anyway, we're gonna get into some music right here.
Okay.
I picked this one on the group chat.
The Star Bench card?
No, which one you want? Alicia Keys or Keisha Cole in terms of music?
I mean, Ashanti had them
shit,
thick ass.
dude.
Ashanti was, I ain't gonna lie, she was flavorful, but she had them thick ass sideburns. I don't know about that.
Alicia.
You're talking about music, right?
Ashanti or Keisha Cole? Yeah, we talking about
Yeah.
music.
I think Keisha Cole had better music, bro. Like,
Nah, give me Ashanti, bro. Give me Ashanti,
Ashanti only
man.
had choruses, bro. Like she.
Ashanti had Foolish. She had
Think about it.
Rock
I
with you.
Some more.
Yeah, why
rock
don't you?
with you.
Ashanti
The songs,
or
the songs with Ja Rule.
Yeah.
She
It's
had.
murder.
Hold on, let me look up.
Damn, I don't know.
I know some stuff from.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to either two in a hot minute.
I will
haven't-
say
haven't
this
listened to
though.
those
I,
two
I,
either.
I love me
Keisha
some
Cole
Keisha
still
Cole,
get radio
Heaven
play.
Keisha
Sent.
Cole got some bangers though.
Yeah.
Heaven
Keisha Cole
Sent.
still get radio play on her songs, bro. Like Ashanti. Like if you hear her, bro, it's mostly on choruses like "What's Love" and Always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You hear, yeah. So like Keisha Cole, I thought had more or had a better catalog of her songs.
Yeah.
There was also the other track with Keisha Cole, "Let It Go" with Missy Elliott and Lil Kim.
Right.
One too. But Heaven Sent, Heaven Sent, man, that's my favorite one out of Keisha Cole's songs. Because anytime
That'll
when you feel
Love.
like
Yeah, Heaven Sent.
Yeah.
Heaven Sent was real. Yeah. Heaven
Yeah.
Sent was definitely a session.
Or the song with Missy.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the song with Missy too.
Yeah, what Broad said.
so, I'm gonna go with Keisha. I like Keisha. This
Yeah.
one.
At least this ain't as heated as last week. As I'm a member of this group chat, I wasn't here last week.
Usher and Chris Brown.
Nah, that was
Usher-
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That song got heated quick.
Now I
Yeah.
got a better one. This is to start Bench Your Cup, but this is music.
Oh,
Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston,
Mm.
and Beyonce.
You kind of evil
Mariah
for this.
Carey,
I ain't gonna
peace
lie
out.
to you.
off the rip, Mariah Carey, peace out.
Yeah.
Broad, I'm with you.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
with
lie,
you, dude.
Mariah
I'm
Carey-
with you.
Mariah, listen, Butterfly was a diamond selling album, but I'm still cutting. We still cutting Mariah.
Yeah, I'm starting Beyonce. I'm benching Whitney.
It's tough.
I
I'm
think
bit-
Beyonce. I think Beyonce had obviously more longevity of hits than Whitney. Whitney.
Oh, yeah.
Whitney had more. Whitney had more like better records in terms of like in terms of I'm Every Woman and Always Love You and stuff like. I mean, Whitney. Her nickname was The Voice.
Yeah,
That's what they
it's
called her.
tough.
So I mean, I just thought Beyonce all around was just had a better catalog. So I'm gonna have to go with Beyonce.
Like
Go
it's tough.
Whitney, Mariah. I'm sorry, baby.
It's tough for me to compare the two because like, a lot of the shit I want to say about like Beyonce was also with Destiny's Child, and like
Right.
Whitney did a lot of her shit solo, so it's like hard to compare the two. Now, if you had to compare the two- Now, if you had to compare the two regularly, obviously,
Anytime you jump in bed with Nick Cannon, bro, yeah, we got to discuss.
if you had the better, if we had to go like, oh, who had the better husband, then obviously Jay-Z's better than Bobby Brown. But, God damn, it's tough.
Jay-Z better than Bobby Brown and Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon out here setting records, bro. Like, come on. He out here doing Wilt numbers.
I mean, I will say I do listen to more Beyonce than Whitney.
My girlfriend, she loved Whitney. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
She loved her some Whitney Houston. Definitely.
I mean, this is also like a generational thing because like Whitney was a lot of like my mom. Well, Beyonce was more like my age growing up, while Whitney was more like my mom in high school and stuff.
Yeah. My Whitney was definitely like a time where like all the most iconic stars, like between her, Michael Jackson, Prince, like that group of that flock, all of them are gone.
Yeah.
All of them are gone, bro. And it's crazy to think like what they were going through and what they had to do to be stars back then. You know what I'm saying? Like was like one of those like kind of who's who.
Yeah,
Man, it's crazy, man.
Damn, this is tough. I mean, it's tough, but I think I'm gonna start Beyonce and I'm gonna bench Whitney. I know that's probably not gonna go over well with Trent.
No, Trent said sadly he had to
Trent
cut
said the
Mariah.
same. Yeah. Trent said the same thing.
I start Whitney, I bench Beyonce, and I cut Mariah.
Yeah.
I love Whitney's voice out of all. I think Beyonce is the better all-around entertainer.
Yeah.
Because of the singing,
Well,
the dancing.
Whitney had the singing on lock, bro. Like all like.
But
Oh,
her
yeah.
singing, I love her voice.
Her voice was just, yeah, man. Her nickname.
But
was
Mariah
Alicia.
Mariah got some high notes though. Mariah got some high
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
not
but,
putting
I
her
mean,
on the
there's
scale of what Beyonce.
so many
and,
other.
whatchamacallit.
There's so many other singers that can hit those high notes, like Ariana Grande, famously over the last few years has been hitting that high note a lot.
You think she has a better high note than Mariah?
Bro, like, listen, I'm such a Mac Miller fan, so it was kind of fuck Ariana Grande, bro, like just off principle. So, cause Mac Miller, what's crazy is we had met Mac Miller at one of them comedy shows out in Manhattan and everything, and that was the first time he did The World Is So Cold, but it ain't that song. I don't know if y'all familiar with that
Mac
song.
Miller.
Yeah. So that was one of the first times I heard that song, and then when he died, I was just like, yeah, fuck Ariana Grande, man.
All right, so Harrison, who do you have for start, bench, and
Yeah,
cut?
I agree with Broad.
So start Beyonce, bench Whitney, cut Mariah. Brandon, you have start Beyonce, bench Whitney, cut Mariah.
Yeah.
And Leaf, who do you got?
What was it? It was start Beyonce, cut Whitney, and
Cut Whitney. Whoa.
I mean, not cut Whitney, bench Whitney. Bench Whitney. My bad. Cut Mariah. That's what it was.
All right. And I picked start Whitney, bench Beyonce, cut Mariah. All right. Now, anyone is familiar of this old cartoon show in the mid 2000s, The Boondocks?
Uh-huh.
Yes, everybody.
Oh
So you
yeah,
got
that.
start,
Oh yeah.
bench, or
Right.
cut. Either
I
start,
barely watched
bench,
this
or
show.
cut Uncle Ruckus, Granddad, rest his soul, God, John Witherspoon, and Stink Meaner.
You know what, bro? You out of pocket. You out of pocket for this, bro. Like, I hope we ended the segment after this, bro. Like, yo, listen. Hey, bro. You know, I'm so negative and evil, man. When I need to be, bro. Like, so. Just off. Luckily, I have to start Granddad, man, because God rest his soul, John Witherspoon, man, aka Pops, aka Granddad. He was always Pops. He was always Granddad. I'm gonna have to bench Stink Meaner, bro, because Stink Meaner has some of the killer lines, bro. Oh man, like, yo, listen.
You couldn't Ruckus?
Nah.
I gotta cut Ruckus, bro. Like, come on, Ruckus, bro. He had an episode where he was painting himself white, and he was with Ronald Reagan, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's not cool, bro. I'm not doing that, bro. So yeah, we gotta get rid of Uncle Ruckus, bro. Like, no, we have to.
Brandon.
Oh. Yeah, I'm starting Granddad. I'm cutting Uncle Ruckus. And I'm a bench on who was the other guy that was out there?
Stink Meaner.
Hold on.
Leaf, I'm with you, dog. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm cutting Stink Meter and I'm benching Uncle Ruckus.
So you start
Right,
broad.
this is-
Let me be clear. You starting Granddad, benching Uncle Ruckus, and cutting Stink Meaner.
Correct.
Why so?
Man, I haven't watched Boondocks in a minute, but I just remember
Uncle Ruckus was funny though.
His antics were absolutely hilarious.
No, he was hilarious.
Uncle
bro.
Ruckus was definitely funny, but I mean, I feel like he like where I drew the line at, man, it was with that Ronald Reagan episode, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah, I'm benching Uncle Ruckus. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna have to cut Uncle Ruckus just off the strength of that. Stink Meter, bro. I feel like Stink Meter, he just had a vibe, bro. He was just like, "Give me that shit, little nigga. It's my story." He was just on that type of time, bro. Stink Meter, bro. Like he understands, bro. Like the type of moments that we gotta go to, bro, when we dealing with basically nigga moments and nigga sentences and complete disasters. You know what I'm saying? So he understands that.
I can't stop laughing because I'm watching Uncle Ruckus clips right now.
Oh my god.
I just saw a
still
meme
think-
of that as well. I saw the one between Duke and
I'm not-
Clemson. I saw
Yeah.
like the dad was like saying like the N word and shit, and just like he slapped the shit out of his son, and that was fucking
Yeah.
Clemson.
Yeah, I remember that.
I still think the Luther Burger had to be one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
shit
Oh,
is
yeah, by
disgusting.
far.
How the fuck you gonna eat that?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start Granddad rest his soul. I love the episode when he whooped Riley's ass and shit.
Oh
Same
yeah,
time-
definitely.
I'm a bench Uncle Ruckus, man. He's too hysterical. He to cut.
You cut Stink Meter though, bro. Like, come on, Stink Meter just had like some of the illish stuff.
I know he had the
bruh.
illest shit, but even Ruckus had a show on BET.
Yeah. Ruckus did have a show on BET. He sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stink Meter just came back from hell too many times, bro. Like, you remember when his crew came through the Hateocracy?
Yep.
Oh man, loved it. Loved every minute of it, bro. Like,
All right. And we got Brandon. You said start Granddad, bench Stink Meaner, and cut Uncle Ruckus. That's what you got.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
All right, just to be clear. And one last topic, and we're gonna wrap up this show.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
There's another.
Oh Lord.
Oh
wow.
no, dude! You you know what?
Oh, you.
No,
are
I'll
way
go for
out of
PSP. I'll
pocket.
go first. You know what? I'm going South Park. I've been watching South Park ever since. It's been on my For You page ever since. I'm going South Park.
I had to stop watching South Park because they had way too many.
Give me
moments.
Family Guy.
I mean,
I got to take
I love-
Family Guy because Seth MacFarlane is a genius, bro. Not to say nothing about the guys that South Park, but I think Seth MacFarlane, bro, like
Scheme.
both.
like the
I love both.
Stewie and Brian Wars, bro, like are just something special. Like,
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I've been watching so much South Park ever since. It's just like freaking
I
Cartman.
think South Park was just too ignorant for me, bro.
Butters,
it
too.
got to that point,
Oh,
bro.
but yeah, I'm really so good at sucking. I was like, damn, man, this was like, and
South
also
Park
my
is one of
favorite
those
episode.
clown. It's
My
one of
favorite-
those clown, ignorant, asshole cartoons, bro. That's just like you can always go to no matter what, but you don't need to go to at certain points.
I
I'm
in
not
your
still
gonna
life.
lie.
This is not even involving South Park. This is just involving their creators. Nothing else is funnier than Trey Parker's beef with Phil Collins. It's absolutely hysterical. It's like,
What about the Kanye episode? The Kanye episode. Oh man, that was
I have like
Oh yeah.
PSP. I gotta like name you like my top 5 favorite episodes from South Park. The Casa Bonita one, that was hilarious. The Sarcastable, that is that was so fucking stupid. He said, "Fuck it, it's a fucking field goal," and then fucking Stan March is like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." I'm just imagining like Broad or Brandon just being coaching Sarcastable with the Denver Broncos. It's just hilarious. Oh, just like,
that's hard.
huh?
God, it's so tough. But
It's just it's just like watching this thing like Butters just like saying, hey Wendy, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money? It was like, hey, what, you can get $20 a pop.
dude, I was one of those kids that like likes to do impressions and shit. Like Family Guy is very easy to do. South Park is a little bit more complicated. Like everyone knows that. Like some people know how to do Peter Griffin. Hey, what's going on here, you dirty bastard? But then there's like other characters where it's like a little bit more complicated to do. Like
It's just
I ain't
like,
gonna lie, bro.
oh my
I kind
God,
of seen
they
you. I
killed
kind of
Kenny.
seen you. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I kind of seen you doing like memes and impersonations, bro. Like the second I saw, I'm like, yo, this dude, he definitely looks like he does Peter Griffin. Like, on
no,
a
but
daily.
the funny thing is, all my friends used to die laughing because I used to do Cleveland Brown. Oh, hey guys. Yo,
That was by far the best one ever. I love dudes. Hey, Wendy, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking
just
money?
do the Cleveland Brown impersonation again. Just do.
Oh, hey guys, Donna.
The
Okay,
Cleveland
so
Brown show was like, oh man, I felt like that show was it didn't quite pan out to be what it would have supposed to be,
No.
bro. Like realistically, but I did like the concept of where it was going, but like yeah.
South. You know what? Wait, I'm not done with my top five
both,
yet,
but I'm
man.
at the
Damn.
top.
Oh, wait, go ahead, Harrison. Go ahead.
Okay, so the Casa Bonita one, the Sarcastaball, the side chick.
Shit.
Forgot the wait. What was that episode called?
No, one of my favorites had to be City Walk versus City Sushi.
Oh yeah, the one. The other one, which is like, the Japanese and the Chinese saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, that was just it's super racist. It's just so fucking hilarious. And just like Chinese saying, did you know in China and Japan are both different countries? I was like, oh my god, this
Another one of my favorites is when Randy takes over Chef's shop. Randy is just such a horrible parent, but he's absolutely
No, the worst parents has to be Butter's parents. They just treat Butters like
Butter, you are grounded.
And also the freaking baseball one, they was like, damn, I want to fucking lose.
We lost. We don't have to play before a game all summer.
Oh, I'm missing, dude. That's just
Come on, Denver. Do not cross the bat, Dad.
Brandon, what says you? Which show was funnier?
hey, Wendy, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money? You're gonna get tons of bitches in the playground.
I got Family Guy for me.
Oh,
right.
come on.
Who's
Am I the only one?
No, I said
I love South Park. I love South Park.
I said South Park too.
Oh, you said South Park? Oh, my bad. I thought I was being the only one. I was like, damn, man.
I ain't really watched South Park like that.
Oh man,
Dude, I tell you right now, Butter has some W riz though. And when at the playground, he'd just be like, hey, bitch, you want to make some motherfucking money?
but Cartman is my favorite character.
Bro, Cartman is just like, yeah, they gotta go back to school. The pandemic special, that was by far.
And getting him.
You know, the one with the sports watch or whatever it's called, but they got the Ethiopian dude. It was like, that was fucking hilarious.
Marvin.
I will say this.
Starving Marvin. No, that's a bad Starving Marvin.
I will say this though, even though I think
The man, can
I
I
will
get
say
a
this, though,
Pop-Tart
my-
chocolate butter bar?
What?
I will say this though, my favorite Family Guy episode has to be Patriots games. That was the episode when Brian and Stewie placed a bet on the boxing match between Cheryl Channing, the actress, going against Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Oh, you know
And
what?
Brian had to
Oh.
pay Stewie like $50, and then Stewie just beat the shit out of him in order for him to get the money, including shooting both of his knees and setting him on fire.
I like how sorry, Rob, but let me finish this. I think my favorite one, it was people that asked him. Remember, he ate the Kentucky Fried Chicken like with all the skin. And guess
Oh my
what?
god!
And then they all disappear, saying that they pretend not to listen to them. And guess what?
The death of Eric
the
Cartman.
his fucking mom was having. I was like, "Yo, this Cartman's mom's a fucking slut."
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
with this man. All right, honey, my poopsikins.
South Park is just full of just like hilarious.
Oh, what you?
I mean, there's so much things that they say that's offensive, but then there's some that is just absolutely hilarious. Like,
Nick, he's my papa. Nick, he's my papa. Man, can't be.
Yo,
It
what?
really changed. It really changed so fast from Cartman. Cartman was like, it was like a
Early
character
on,
that
he had
it's
a
just
great
like, it was-
voice though.
It's still a great voice, though. Don't get me wrong. Fucking cray. The thumbs up instead of with an iPad. I was like, I love copying characters. The one I loved copying characters, it was when I was in elementary school.
No, we want to.
I always copy
We want to
SpongeBob.
talk about some characters. Rest in peace to Chef, man.
Isaac
Rest in
Hayes.
peace, Chef. Oh, hey,
Isaac
children.
Children.
Hey, Chef. The one I always did when I was in middle school, I always do a really good SpongeBob laugh when I was in elementary school. No, it was not Patty. It was SpongeBob. I always do that. It was hilarious every single time.
Yo.
They always laugh at that every single time when I do that. And I can still do it ever since, and I'm now 20.
This shit is hilarious.
Yo.
All right, folks.
Oh,
That
man.
concludes the rest of the Sports PSP podcast, but I enjoyed a hell of a laugh. Any last words before we wrap up the show?
I can't wait for Sunday, bro.
I
Get
can't wait
worked.
for
Oh,
Sunday,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I've been praying every single day that I hope the Panthers can win this against Atlanta. Hopefully, we have a
Harrison.
redemption. Redemption.
Yeah, Harrison. I'm not gonna lie. If the Panthers win, bro, you got to come on Monday, bro.
1,000%.
No,
Don't care, win or lose.
Oh, no, Monday.
Win or lose.
Yeah,
Win or
yeah.
lose. I'm ready. I'm
Mhm.
ready for war.
We got to
All
bring
right.
Jay on the show Monday if his Steelers beat the Niners as well.
Mm-hmm,
Hey, let's
definitely.
go Panthers, man.
I'm gonna let him start it off.
All
I'm
right.
praying every day.
But yeah,
Rod. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon. Brandon, you want to say something?
yeah, Lakers in 6, and y'all know where to find me, man. On YouTube, Brandon from the Block, TikTok, BBand923. I got a show every Monday, 7:00 Eastern time. Y'all stay tuned with that. Yeah,
Rod, tell them where to follow you, man.
Man, you can catch me on TikTok at Broad Sports, Instagram at Broad_Sports, and I'm gonna try to be posting a little bit more on here, but on X at Broad Sports 68.
Mm-hmm. And yo, birds.
Go Birds.
Yes. Harrison.
Follow me on TikTok. It's on screen right now. That's the same thing. It's also my Twitter, and also follow me on Instagram is Harrison_Wits99. Panthers on top. Hopefully we beat those dirty birds. Not the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Atlanta Falcons. And
Yes.
hopefully breaking, and also some good news. Brian Burns is going to be playing against the Atlanta Falcons. So that's
big.
That's big because he's a top 10 a really good defensive end. And I'm just hoping and praying to God. I've been praying every single day to prove everyone wrong. And I'm just hoping every single day that this team is for real.
All right, folks, and y'all know where exactly to find me, Sports PSP. Go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as my IG, Sports PSP, as well as TikTok, Sports PSP3. For next week's show, we're going to do some more NFL college football, and we're definitely going to do some more entertainment and some more women. Panel, I appreciate y'all for taking your time to coming on the show and giving your opinions and stuff. The audience, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen to this terrific content, especially the one about Family Guy and South Park, because I needed to enjoy that laugh. And with that concludes the rest of the podcast. Enjoy the rest of y'all evening, and peace.
Peace.